I'll see you next week.
Sorry, did you say something?
No.
See you later, Molly. Ta-ta. Right, well, it's my last 9 o'clock start. I'm tempted not to do much for this hour.
The voice of Birmingham and the Black Country.
BBC WM 95.6.
I say tempted, I'm of course contractually obliged. Let's get the news. Here's Nicole Pullman.
Shops will be boarded up in Dudley Town Centre by traders worried about today's rally by the English Defence League. They'll be closing up for the day at lunchtime as hundreds of EDL supporters are expected to gather to protest at plans for a new mosque. Some roads will be closed off and a counter-demonstration is expected by the Unite Against Fascism group. Dr James Treadwell is a criminologist at the University of Birmingham.
The claims of the leadership and the behaviour of the supporters have very often been at odds, and claims to non-violence, when you look historically at a number of their demonstrations that have ended up in quite widespread disorder, where the English Defence League materialise, there's always that potential for public disorder.
A man who raped a student nurse in Birmingham has been jailed for 20 years after West Midlands Police reopened a case dating back to 1998. Carl Hull, formerly of South Road in Sparkbrook, followed the woman to her Edgbaston home in December 1998, shoved her inside as she opened the garage door and attacked her. DNA capability advanced over the years, and when a cold case review was launched in 2012, scientists were finally able to get a match. The parents of Kayla Muller, an American aid worker held hostage by Islamic State militants, say they're hopeful she's still alive. Carla Marshall Muller of Prescott, Arizona, spoke after ISIS released a video showing a blackened house in their Syrian stronghold of Raqqa. They said Kayla had been killed inside when it was hit by a coalition air raid. The White House said it had seen no evidence to verify the claims. Jordan has dismissed it as criminal propaganda. There's a rally in Birmingham today to protest against the proposed cuts to the city's new library. Hundreds of people are expected to gather outside. The cuts would result in library opening hours being reduced by 40%, and over 100 library staff could lose their jobs. The City Council says it needs to save money. Scientists in North Wales and Lancashire are using technology to try to gain a better understanding of the daily lives of sheep. Detailed information will be beamed from sensors attached to the sheep, allowing them to be tracked on the internet. One of the farmers taking part in the trial, Gareth Jones, says it's a difficult business keeping tabs on his flock.
You have got some problem sheep. Even with the best fences, they'll jump over, and finding them, they go to find the best grass. You can't really blame them. But usually it's the same individual ones that start to wander. There are a couple of mystery sheep, yeah.
The weather cloudy with some bright or sunny spells. Top temperature today, 8 Celsius, 46 Fahrenheit. Clear tonight with frost in places and temperatures falling to -2 Celsius, 28 Fahrenheit. BBC WM 95.6 News. There's more online at bbc.co.uk/WM.
The voice. The voice.
The voice.
The voice of Birmingham and the Black Country.
You should take in other religions and treat them as you would want to be treated yourself.
We are even more intelligent. They treated me with the utmost respect.
Iain Lee, Saturdays
9 till 12.
Wi-Fi sheep.
WM 95.6.
Wi-Fi sheep? Sheep online? The internet sheep? Are you joking? It's difficult to keep tabs on sheep. Well, hang on a minute. How did they do it 100 years ago? Or, I don't know, 1,000 years ago? Here's something. I've been reading The Boy Who Cried Wolf to my kids. We're all brought up to hate the boy who cried wolf, aren't we? You read the story, though. I think those villagers treat him like a piece of... You know, he gets treated terribly. Let's dissect The Boy Who Cried Wolf, shall we? By the way, this first hour of the show counts for nothing. It's the last first hour of the show. Well, no, hang on. There's always going to be a first hour of the show somewhere, isn't it? It just won't be here next week. Yeah, I'm starting at 10 next week. Sweet as a nut. 2-hour show. I get paid this. Do I get paid the same? 03453 009956.
Have your say.
Across the West Midlands, call
03453
9956.
So,
BBC WM 95.6.
by the way, as well this morning, we're asking, have you ever broken a window? Turns out breaking a window is harder than you think. I had to break a window once. I had a crowbar and everything. It's half hard to smash glass. It's really... The reason I'm asking is I watched a rubbish but exciting film in the week called The Tower, and it's a Korean version of The Towering Inferno, and it is flipping brilliant. Get past the first 25 minutes, when that helicopter carrying the fake snow gets caught in an updraft and smashes into the building, then it kicks off. But there's loads of smashing of windows in this film, and they're doing it very, very easily. 03453 009956. They're doing it very easily on what is obviously... It's like the 69th floor of a tower block in Korea. And they're just going up there and kicking it in. Now, obviously, that would never happen. But have you ever tried to break a window in your home? It is really, really hard. I got locked out of my house. Well, I got locked in. We'll start the show proper in a bit. I got locked in to when I lived in a flat in between the front door and the door of my flat. Okay, I was locked into it for about 4 hours. Eventually, the person I was going out with sent the keys in a cab, but took a long time because we'd had an argument. But I couldn't open the inner door. I had to go round the back of the flat and smash my way through the window with a crowbar. It's really hard. So, ever broken your way? Ever broken a window? Ever broken into a house? 03453 009956. It's going to be one of those shows today. It's an odd show today. It's the last 3-hour show. And I don't want to talk about the EDL. I mean, if you want to call up and talk about them, I suppose you can. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about... Can we just mess around today? Is that all right? Do you mind? So... Ever broken a window? Ever broken into a house? We're also playing who can do the highest and who can do the lowest noise. Always great fun. Now, you're thinking, oh, this sounds ridiculous. Try it. I bet I can beat you. 03453 009956. We're also going to draw up the list of old men with ponytails. Ideally... old bald men with ponytails. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you at number 1, Mick Fleetwood. Mick Fleetwood, the luckiest man in rock, isn't he? Old, bald, he's got a ponytail. What is the point of the male ponytail? All right, yeah. I kind of had one when I was younger. But... 03453 009956 is the telephone number. High-low noises, smashing glass, breaking into people's houses, old men ponytails, and pretty much anything you want. Saturdays now, do you know what? Anything goes. I've come in with, I say very little preparation. I mean no preparation at all. So if there's anything you want to talk about, 03453 009956. But I was reading The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Right? And we've been brought up to hate The Boy Who Cried Wolf, haven't we? We've been taught to think he was a bit of a chancer and a slacker and a loser, and we don't appreciate people who tell lies like that. But I've realised why he was telling the lie. It's because he was lonely. Have you read it? If you read it properly, he's lonely. He's a kid. Right? He's about 9 years old, and the villagers say, go on, take the sheep up the... I don't want to go up the hill. It's boring. Take the sheep up the hill. I don't want to go up the hill, be on my own. So it's when he's run out of things to do to amuse himself, he starts crying wolf. That's when people come up, start playing with him, and he's not so lonely. So I've got no sympathy for the villagers. The villagers are a bunch of so-and-sos. 03453 009956. We're also asking gentlemen, let me phrase this. When you go to the toilet to do a number 1, a wee-wee, do you sit or you stand? Now, I tweeted this And someone has already... Oh, where's he gone? Don't tell me he's deleted it. Oh, he's deleted it. Oh, no, here it is. This is from Max. Number 1's, I sit down between midnight and 7 a.m. It's like a treat. Number 2's, I always sit. And that's the thing. I do that. Nighttime, I will sit down and I can't be bothered. You don't want to turn the lights on in the middle of the night, do you? That would just be awful. So, gentlemen, sitting and standing for doing a wee, old men with ponytails, who can do the highest, who can do the lowest noise, and ever broken into someone's house? 03453 009956. Can we try and go the whole show without talking about the EDL? Can we? Can we have a go? Let's try.
Our mother said we could be sister and brother. Your name is Deborah. It never suited you. And they said that when we grew up, we'd get married and never split up. Oh, we never did it. Although I often thought of it. Oh, Deborah, do you recall? Your house was very small, with wood chip on the wall. When I came round to call, you didn't notice me at all. And I said, let's all meet up in the year 2000. Won't it be strange when we're all fully grown? Be there 2 o'clock by the fountain down the road. Get married, I would be living down here on my own. On that damp and lonely Thursday years ago. You were the first girl at school to get breasts, and mine said that you were the best. Oh, the boys all loved you, but I was the mess. I had to watch and try and get you undressed. We were friends, that was as far as it went. I used to walk you home sometimes, but it meant nothing to you, 'cause you were so popular. Deborah, do you recall? Your house was very small, with wood chip on the wall. When I came round to call, you didn't notice me at all. And I said, let's all meet up in the year 2000. Won't it be strange when we're all fully grown? Be there 2 o'clock by the fountain down the road. I never knew that you'd get married. I would be living down here on my own. On that damn lonely Thursday years ago.
BBC WM 95.6. Let's get the travel. I'm going to have a punt. I'm going to say Liz Saul.
Good morning, Iain. Thank you. As you head around Sedgley, Gospel End Road is partially blocked because of an accident. This between Red Lane and Penn Road, with police at the scene directing traffic. The accident's reportedly happened on a bad bend. Recovery is on the way to the scene. Now, the A38 is congested, closed southbound, approaching this closure between Clay Mills and the Branston interchange. It's because of an accident. Barrier repairs also now being carried out, and it's been shut since just after 4 o'clock this morning. There is a diversion for you to follow. The black hollow circle symbol through Burton and rejoining the A38 at Branston. However, that's making things very heavy going through Burton. Certainly Derby Road as you head south along that stretch, the A5121 and the A511 looking much heavier going than usual. Around Dudley, it's queuing towards the Burnt Tree traffic lights and all approaches, the A461 junction with Tiverdale Road to the A4123. But better news on train services, normal service now on routes between Birmingham New Street and Wolverhampton. The signalling issue has been sorted out. If you can update us, call BBC WM 95.6 Travel on 0330 123 3550.
Is that all able-bodied now? Is that why?
No. We have to charge you the same price.
Really?
On this week's Inside Out, we go undercover to expose the black cab drivers illegally bumping up fares for wheelchair users in Stoke.
Sorry, say that
For
again.
normal people, they just get in and go out. You have to belt up, take so much time.
Why are you charging me £7?
That's Inside Out, Monday, 7:30 on BBC One.
So, straight after the show today, I'm going to have a nice cold bath. I'm not, but I'm going to go to... there's a record fair. There's a record fair in Digbeth.
In where?
In Digbeth. Hello?
I can't hear you.
Pardon? Why are you miming to me you can't hear me? Because I can hear you. So you could say... I can't... Go on,
I've got you.
You got me now,
I've got you.
producer.
Yeah.
I'm going to Digbeth, to the custard factory. There's a record fair. I like a good record fair. So me and my mate Watco, we're going to meet there, and we're just going to have a geeky afternoon. And there's nothing but... And I think this is only blokes that do this. The last record fair I went to, there were no women at all.
It is quite a blokey thing.
It's blokes just rifling through dusty albums. There's nothing better. The best physical movement you can make is just to go like that. Flick, 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 flick. Steady. Honestly, I'll be flicking away in Digbeth this afternoon, and I cannot wait for it. I'm going through I've left it in my car, and we've got a record player here. Nuts. The best record I found at the moment, I got this the other day, it's brilliant. It's Barbara Woodhouse, How to Train Your Dog. Do you remember Barbara Woodhouse? Yes. And the first thing on there, the first instruction on there is how to fit a choke chain to your dog. And the way that she teaches dogs to go down, steady, is she stands on the choke chain and pushes it down with her foot.
That's terrible, isn't it?
Well, you say that's terrible.
But is that what dogs need?
Is it? I'm not a dog person, as you know. I dislike them immensely. But we did have a dog. How long ago did we have Sophie? I know, what a stupid name.
Oh, that's cute.
She was cute. She was a Cocker Spaniel. She was as thick as anything.
That's a nice name for a dog.
She was so beautiful. That was when they used to dock the dog's tails. You know, they bite the end of the tail off. The old days.
The old days were the old days.
The old days were the old days. And she had a choke chain. But we never trained her.
Did you have a choke chain for your dog?
But we never trained her, so she'd be pulling along. It had no effect on her. But now...
They're a bit stupid, aren't they?
Dogs.
Yeah.
Very...
I mean, you'd do that if you were a human, or if it was a cat. The cat would do that a couple of times and think, I'm not going to do that because that hurts, chokes me.
We were talking about kids running away earlier on. I mean, I don't know. I mean, is choke chains the way forward? If not, it's a joke.
Or scare the bejesus out of them.
Yeah, this is your thing. Is you tell your boy that he's going to get kidnapped by a mucky old man.
If you run away from me, somebody may come round the corner and take you, and you'll never see Mummy again.
How terrifying! This is because there was a great story in one of the papers.
He doesn't run off. It works.
I just let my kids run off and keep my fingers crossed. I don't really see the problem.
Who's the worst parent?
Oh wait, 03453 009956. No, this is this brilliant story. In The Sun. And I'm going, this is horrific, and you're going, what's your problem? That's actually quite good parenting skills. Hang on a minute. 3 women arranged for a 6-year-old boy to be snatched by a man to teach him to be frightened of strangers. The trio and Nathan Thiraved were arrested and charged with kidnapping the lad, a relative of the women. They are... Oh, this is brilliant. They are alleged to have thought he was too nice and wanted to warn him about the dangers.
There you go.
You can't kidnap a child or threaten a child with kidnapping.
You can threaten. I wouldn't go as far as to kidnap.
Oh, that's
I
something.
think you should threaten. I think you should
Threaten them?
Not threaten. It's just making them aware of the dangers.
I used to have, when I was a kid, and they've kind of made a comeback. Well, the variation. I used to have the reins. I used to wear the reins.
I bet you did.
And my mum would spin me around. Now that you don't see the reins so much, but you see those dog leads, the extender leads,
or the backpacks.
The backpacks.
Yeah. So it doesn't. It's clearly the same thing, but it just makes them feel a little bit better.
When Terry.
Hello. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Terry. I'm. You know what? I'm doing it for the kids.
Yes.
Yeah. You know. You made me forget what I was going to say by asking me a question and prompting a Robbie Williams
the
line.
Kidnapping thing, what's it?
Oh, yeah.
You were talking about
Oh, yeah,
that.
the reins.
That's it.
The kidnapping. Oh, yeah. Have they ever made a rucksack that looks cool?
I don't know. I don't use rucksack.
Well, rucksacks are excellent ways for carrying things. Now, you can single strap it, or you can double strap it.
Oh, round the waist, you mean, and over the shoulder?
No, you're thinking of a fanny pack.
Oh, yeah, a bum bag.
A bum bag. That's
yeah, all them are right.
Boy, oh boy, when I was 13 years old, my mum and dad took me to a Neil Diamond concert.
Yeah.
And boy, was I surprised when halfway through Sweet Caroline, Neil Diamond said, "I want to see you all standing up, shaking your fannies."
Well, that means backside in America.
As I found out, but even now, 30 years later, I'm still giggling. That 12-year-old boy is still giggling away inside of me, Terry.
Well, you would at that age, wouldn't you? It's rather funny.
You would. But there's no such thing as a cool... Rucksacks don't look cool. Now, if they look cool, I would wear a rucksack to work coming in here. On one shoulder, if you do it on one shoulder, you're going to put your back out. You're going to knacker your back out.
Well, of course, you don't know what's in the back, you know.
Well, if it's your rucksack, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Hang on, I've got a train of thought going here. Bear with me, Terry, because we've got 3 hours of this nonsense.
Yeah, well,
two hours next week.
You can talk to me for the next hour if you want. I'm rather annoyed about that you're down to 2 hours and you don't start at 10.
No.
Well,
No, because I need to check my contract, Terry. I think I'm getting paid the same.
Oh, well, don't say nothing then.
Don't say nothing then.
Okay, I'll
No, listen, it's going to be good. The show's going to start 10 till 12 next week.
Yeah.
And then 9 till 10, you've got an hour of Film I Can.
Oh, I don't listen to that.
Listen, because I don't like gardening, but even I like that hour.
Well, yes and no, but you can pick up some interesting tips.
I hate gardening, but yeah, I still listen to Gardener's Question Time, and I listen to Phil and Molly on a Saturday morning.
Yes.
Anyway, Terry, was there a point to this? 03453 009956, by the way.
I wanted to talk to you about 3 things.
Yes.
Well, I've got that Barbara Woodhouse album upstairs.
It's good,
fabulous.
Isn't it? It is good.
It's fabulous.
Yep.
And when I was about 18, 19 with my first partner, it was every Saturday at the back of Marks and Spencer's, Reddingtons with all those tables outside with boxes and boxes of albums.
Yes.
We used to search for white labels and rare stuff.
Oh, yeah. It's a peculiarly man's... Hang on a second, let me try and put this in English. No, I can't. It's a peculiarly man's hobby, isn't it?
It's an idiosyncrasy.
Yeah, you can call it that, boss. I'll have some of that. It is, though, isn't it? It's. Do you know what? I had a Bonzo Dog Doodah CD in my bag, and I'm just checking, but I think I left it in my car. Could do with some of them today. It's a bloke's thing to do, isn't it? Very, very rarely do you see women in a big hall flicking away through a bunch of albums. You just don't see it.
Yeah, I've got a Bonzo Dog Doodah band T-shirt.
Oh.
Donut in Granny's Greenhouse. Have you heard that?
I've got it. I've got all of their albums, boss.
Fabulous, isn't it?
Terry, this morning, and I'll be honest, we've got no other calls, so you could be on until 1 o'clock.
Oh, well, you talk away, mate.
We are playing who can do the highest and who can do the lowest noise?
Oh.
Can you go any higher than that?
Now I'll frighten the cat. Now he's run off.
Let's focus because they were
and
both.
The dog's giving me a funny look.
Let's hope your flatmates run off as well. Now, they both weren't very good.
Yeah.
So let's start with the high noise. Okay, really, just kind of build up to it. Grab and support if you need to. Build up to it. Oh, hey! That was good. If you can sustain that, then you could be in with a chance. I can beat that, Terry. And that's not me even trying. Now give us your lowest noise. Oh, for goodness sakes, are you a man or are you a man?
I'm not going to comment on that.
Thank you very much, Terry. 03453 009956. Understand. By the way, if you're going to the Custard Factory, I'll see you there about 12:30. Record fair. Toby says, Ian, there's a retro game shop in the Custard Factory with old arcade games. You'll love it. Geek heaven. Oh, yeah. I suspect I'm going to spend a fortune today. I never understand what you lot have got against Malala. A lot of you, and I don't, a lot of you seem to hate Malala. You know the girl that was shot in the head. You know that one? Yeah. Stacey, who's at work, she tells me in the text. Thank you, Stacey. Is the council asking Malala back to library to close it down? No one has asked her what she thinks of denying children the facility to learn at this multi-million-pound farce. Well, the library, it has been a little bit of a farce, hasn't it? Really, it's a shame because it's a flipping brilliant library. It's brilliant. One of the best libraries in Europe, and they hadn't quite thought it through. But I remember we did a phone-in on this once. Loads of you were really angry that Malala had opened the library, and when was she going to go back home? Iain, get Ranj on. He'll get us through the first hour. Finn's on the line. Good morning, Finn.
Good morning.
What you got for us, boss?
Well, I just want to, I love your show and I listen to it 9 till 10 every Saturday morning, and I'm really cross and disappointed that you're going off because I go to the library at 10 o'clock in the morning and then I can't really get the chance to listen to you anymore now.
Okay, we can work around this, Finn, trust me. What are you going to the library for?
Well, my mum works a really long time on a Saturday, so I just pop down the library just to check out on my mates and see how they are.
Oh, so it's not to look at books or anything?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And so you pop down the library, you check out your mates, you look at books. Could you not go there? Because the show is still going to be on. It's just going to be 10 till 12. So could you not go there at maybe 11?
Well, it's open till 1, and so then I wouldn't really get a big chance to get there, and someone waits for me till 10 to 11 every day, so, and then she'll leave, and then I'll be there, and she'll be like, gone, really.
Oh, man. So does your mum work at the library?
Pardon?
Does your mum work at the library?
No, she's a dog groomer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What, does she put, like, ribbons in dogs' hair and stuff?
Yes.
Oh, I shouldn't be laughing. That's a bit rude, isn't it?
I don't know. I'm laughing, really.
No, well, Finn, is your mum there? Can she hear you?
Yes, she can.
Okay.
Right next to me.
Okay, all right, fine. Well, she can hear you. Just tell her to go away. You don't want her to listen to this bit. It's private. Go on, say go away, Mum.
Pardon?
Just tell your mum to get lost for a bit. So I want to have a private man-to-man conversation with you.
Private man, Mum. Private.
Private man, Mum. Go away. Okay. Go away, Mum. Has she gone?
Leave us to it.
Leave us.
She's plugging her ears.
Okay, good. What do you think about your mum putting bows in dogs' hairs? That's a bit ridiculous, isn't it?
Well, not really. It's just to make them look nice for the first time, and then it just makes them look nice, really.
Okay, well, in that case, if that's what... Have you got any dogs, Finn?
Yes, we've got 4 there in the back car. We've got Ray, Kiri, Lucy, Miss Pickles.
Yeah.
And...
What?
Miss Pickles.
Mysticals?
Yes.
There's a dog called Mysticals?
No. Her name's Pickles, but we call her Miss Tickles as a nickname.
Miss Tickles. I've got you. All right. Okay. Finn, have you got any cats?
Yes, we got 8.
Flippin' heck. That's unusual.
Well, not really for us.
If there's a tsunami, okay, that's going to hit your house. You've only got time. I'm not saying fire because that would be horrible. You've only got time to save 1 cat and 1 dog. The others are gonna, sadly no longer be with us. Which dog and which cat are you going to save?
You're torturing me.
I know I am, Finn. Listen. You're only. How old are you?
10.
Yeah, this is life, mate. This is what you're going to have to go through every single day once you get past 12. You can only save 1 cat, 1 dog. Which one's it going to be?
Oh, no.
Don't save Miss Tickles. She sounds annoying.
Oh, no.
She sounds the worst, Finn. In fact, I'd let her go first. Come on.
I'd keep Terry.
You keep Terry?
The Staffy.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And which cat are you going to save?
You might find this ridiculous, but I'd save my cat Onion.
Your cat Onion? Why Onion?
Because he's just a cute little cat, and not just the fact that he's cute.
No.
It's just something about him that I really like.
You've got a special connection with Onion, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a connection with my cat. And you'd let all the others drown, would you, Finn?
Pardon?
Okay. Now, we're playing who can do the highest noise and who can do the lowest noise. I suspect at the age of 10, you might be at an advantage with the highest noise. Would you like to have a go and make your highest noise, please, Finn?
Okay,
Did you get a ringer in? Are you treading on onion?
I don't know.
All right, well, okay. I can't beat that. But I'm going to beat him at this one. Finn, give us your lowest noise. I beat you, Finn. Listen, give us a call in 6-7 years' time and we'll play that one again. Stay there, Keith in Bartley Green. I'll come to you after this. 03453 009956. Thank you, Finn.
Charcoal burning everywhere. Rows of houses that are all the same, and no one seems to care. So Mrs. Gray, she's proud today because the roses are in bloom. Mr. Green, he's so serene, he's got a TV in every room.
Could not want the Monkees? Who could not want them? 03453 009956. Saturdays are, well, this is the last 9 till 10 I'm doing. So I'm kind of sacrificing it to the great god of well, rubbish, really. There's got to be a patron. There's got to be a There's got to be a patron saint of rubbish, hasn't there? There's a patron saint of buttons. That's true.
Is that true?
That is true. There's a patron saint of buttons and a patron... Why can't I say patron? Well, I can say patron. I just can't say patron. Oh, I did. There's a patron saint of buttons. There'll be a There is, isn't there?
I think it might actually be St. George.
He's our one, isn't he?
Yeah.
Hey, Keith, he's our one.
Yeah, he is.
Let me just check it.
Producer Joe, double check it, and if it's true...
St. George is genuinely the patron saint of all things, so we can claim him for rubbish.
What does that mean? No, there's a specific one. Let's get St. George on the line. We'll ask him. Keith.
Hello, mate. How are you?
Do you know what, fella?
Are you not doing the Saturday morning anymore?
No, this is now. You're not the first person to say that, and people have been saying that on Twitter, and I'm trying to make it as clear as I can.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
But it's going to be from 10 till 12.
Oh, that's all right.
So I'm going to start. I get a little bit of a lie-in.
Yeah, that's okay.
And what it means is I'm not going to scrimp on anything. It means that those 2 hours between 10 and 12.
Damn it.
Sorry?
You're going to cram everything in?
I'm going to cram everything. I'm going to cram 3 hours worth of nothing into 2 hours.
That's
How's
all right,
about
then.
them apples, Keith?
That's okay.
This is and before you all start an online petition to make these ridiculous changes not happen. Boy, oh boy, I am 100% behind them.
Oh yes.
I get a lie in, Keith.
I know.
Ah, beautiful lie in.
As long as you got a good hotel, you're all right.
Yeah, I'm staying. Well, I say hotel. It's a sleeping bag in the back of the car.
Well,
I tell you what.
fair enough.
Do you know what, Keith?
What?
One of my favourite places to have a. This is what we'll do. 03453 009956. Your favourite place to have a doze, right? My car. It's a bit sad. It's a bit Alan Partridge. It's a bit midlife crisis. But honestly, the driver's seat. Push the seat back. Wind the seat down, but not too much. But flop my legs over into the passenger footwell. I'm away. Beautiful.
It's where you feel comfortable. It doesn't matter where it is.
Where
you feel comfortable.
I love it. I love having a doze in the car, dear listener. Where do you like to have a doze, Keith?
Oh, I'll tell you, I sit in my wheelchair a lot. I love it.
So do you?
Also, I don't love it, but it's where I feel comfortable because when I have trouble with my chest, I'm upright and semi-upright.
So do you? But you, I can't sleep, Keith, sitting up anymore. When I was a kid, I could. I can't sleep sitting up.
Yeah, right.
But you can do that in your wheelchair, can you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do tend to you slouch down a bit, but yeah,
I've got some of that.
But when you've got a breathing problem, it's quite.
Here's the thing, Keith. I can't sleep. Very rarely, I can't sleep on my back. And the thing is, when I sleep on my back, I have the most nuts dreams ever. They're almost as nuts as when I take night nurse. They are, honestly, they are insane, those dreams. Oh, God, what was that? What end was that?
Oh, beg your pardon, sorry.
You're all right, fella.
Getting back to the point where I rang you.
Yes, please.
Somebody said, when's Malala going home? She's home.
There we go.
She's living here.
There we go, fella.
She's moved here.
Yes.
She came over here, she had some fantastic surgery.
Yep.
Her education was paid for, not by this government, by her own government. She decided to live here. Now, cut the politics of what you think or what you don't think. That lady is a remarkable lady. And, as an individual, we should be saying, well done.
Why do... Because this has always amazed me, working here on BBC WM 95.6. Why do so many people in Birmingham and the West Midlands hate Malala?
I don't see why they should.
How can you hate a child that was shot in the head?
Wonderful. Listen, I love kids. As far as I'm concerned, children are children.
Yeah.
And she's a child.
Yeah, but Keith, I mean, there are some good kids, and there are some kids that like the Pope said in the week, and I think I'm quoting him. They deserve a right good clip around the lug hole.
Well, yeah, of course they do. You've always had that, haven't you? You've always had the kids that need a clip around the lug hole. I mean, it's not new, but who do you blame for that? Partly, I mean,
Ghostbusters.
It's not all the children's fault. I mean,
hey, Keith. Keith, here's a question.
Yeah.
What's the biggest animal you think you could kill with your bare hands?
Oh, I don't know, mate.
What do you reckon? Let's start. Okay, I could kill a dog easily.
Or Davy Crockett killed a bear.
Well, Davy Crockett, King of the Wild Frontier. Did he kill a bear? I thought he just. I'm thinking of Grizzly Adams.
Yeah, when he was only 3, yeah.
I could kill a pig.
I don't know. I want to kill any animal, really.
With a pig, you would. Well, first of all, I'd stun it by punching it in the face.
Yeah.
And then I don't want to be graphic, but I'd probably kick it to death.
Well, I don't think I'd want to kill anything.
Well, no, I wouldn't want to, Keith. But if you've got some sick terrorists, and we've seen some of the things they got up to, but you've got terrorists, and they've got you, and they've got a pig, and they said, right, Keith, you got to kill that pig, otherwise you're in big trouble. You'd kill the pig, wouldn't you? You'd have a go at it.
Well, I suppose you'd have to. Yeah.
You'd have to, wouldn't you?
Well,
What about?
The thing is, nobody knows what you do at a point of a gun, do they? Nobody knows when there's a gun pointed at you.
Exactly. What about a Shetland pony?
Well, they ain't that big. They're quite strong, though.
The thing is, the ponies are... This is why... Well done, Keith. You spotted on this. I threw that in deliberately. The pony is a very, very tough animal.
Yeah.
Very tough animal. Keith, good to talk to you.
Hey, yeah, before you go, you got a cat?
Yes. Why? Hang on. You're not going to put that on the list, are you?
I've got 4 cats.
Excellent stuff. 03453 009956. You know what they say about people who've got more than it's 3 cats is the limit. You got 3 cats or more, then you're a little bit cuckoo. It's BBC WM 95.6. Let's get the travel. Here's Liz.
Thanks, Ian. As you make your way in and out of Birmingham, you'll find it's not looking too bad on the whole so far this morning. 1 or 2 other problems to contend with. The southbound side of the A38 is still shut in the Burton area, so on the Birmingham-bound carriageway. Delays as barrier repairs and recovery work continues from an accident which happened just after 4 o'clock this morning. It's shut southbound between the Clay Mills turn and the Branston interchange, the A5121. And there is a diversion for you to follow. Highways Agency suggesting you follow the Black Hollow circle symbol through Burton to rejoin the A38 at the Branston turn. This is making routes through Burton very congested, particularly Derby Road and Horninglow Road. Round Sedgley, the A463 is partially blocked because of an accident between Red Lane and Penn Road. Police at the scene directing traffic, which the accident has happened on a bad bend, and recovery is still yet to reach the scene. It's all looking much better on train services through Birmingham New Street. That signalling issue has been sorted out. If you can update us, call BBC WM 95.6 Travel 0330 123 3550.
Ian Lee
On BBC WM
95.6. The voice of Birmingham and the Black Country.
Malala. Whoa. Ian, I love her, says Stacey. Oh, this was Stacey who's at work. Sorry, Stacey, I misunderstood. OK, thank you very much. Sorry. She's explaining her position. I love her and her stance on learning. She's brave and it seems to be the right thing to do to ask her opinion. Up the librarians. Power to their cause. OK, Stacey, thank you. Paul says something here, and I don't know what this means. Do you know what this means, Joe? Paul says, to solve the library problem, have a nudge box so people can donate to keep it open. I doubt they or you will do it. I don't know what a nudge box is.
No, I've never heard of a nudge box.
Mohammed?
Yeah?
What's a nudge box?
I haven't a clue.
No, I don't, Paul. Maybe I am being dumb. Maybe it's a common thing.
I don't know.
It's like a whip round thing, maybe.
I suppose I could nudge you and say, let me a fiver.
Well, I'd nudge you back and say, jog on, fella. But the thing is, passing the hat around... I mean, the Birmingham Library, I can't remember the figures, but it costs millions to keep it open, OK? And so passing the hat around isn't going to work, Paul. So that's why I wouldn't contribute to that. Listen, Birmingham Library is brilliant. They muffed up. They didn't really think it through properly. I think is pretty much, what can be said. There's a story, Mohammed, in the paper today.
Yeah.
Library visits have fallen by 40 million as 324 libraries have closed. Now, I don't know how they would count library visits. How would they know how many people have been to the library how many times?
I don't have a clue, but I'll tell you what, I've only gone in to see the new library. I haven't taken a book out from the library or used their internet or anything like that because I've got my own internet at home, and if I want to read anything, I get it on the internet.
I tell you what I don't like, and I've tried it, and I downloaded the app on my phone, the Kindle, the digital, and I downloaded because there's a book I wanted to read. It was only available digitally. And I downloaded the app, and I just thought, no. I want to touch and feel. I want to smell an old book. I do
like reading, but if you get out of the habit of reading, and at the moment I've got so much to read about Islam and the Quran, and trying to learn to read it.
Oh, go and treat yourself to. Listen, Mohammed, put down the Quran. Put down all of those. Go and read a John Grisham or something.
John Grisham.
He does all the books about war and stuff. Go and read one of them. Go and read who's the SAS fella? Go and read, go and read an Andy McNab.
I don't want to read about SAS, man. I'd rather read about Chinese history. If I want to pick a book up, I'd rather read something about Chinese history.
All right, we'll go and get a book about Bruce Lee out then.
No, I don't like Bruce Lee.
It's Chinese history.
Well, it's Chinese fighting history.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot more to just... Yeah, I know you're into all that, isn't it? And, there's a lot more to life than flipping giving somebody a karate chop.
Do you know what, Mohammed? You're possibly right. But put down the textbooks. Hey, here we go. Mohammed.
Why are they blaming Malala for the closure of the library?
Stacey wasn't, and I apologise to Stacey. I'd misread her text.
Oh.
Mohammed?
Yeah.
What's the highest noise you can make?
Oh, my God, I can't make high-pitched noise.
We'll have a go.
Look, I'm not a soprano.
Are you a castrato? Those guys were real. Did you know that in the olden days there would be people that would get men primarily that would get their testicles chopped off? Yeah, but this was so they could sing. This was so they could sing.
Well, I don't know if that works or not, but I tell you what, the height I can get off it means that mine are still intact.
Mohammed, give us the lowest noise you can make then.
The lowest noise. I've never really had to try and do this stupid stuff.
The thing is, Mohammed, you have to try and do this stupid stuff right now.
How do I do a low noise?
Absolutely rubbish. I mean, that was just... I asked for a low noise, not a stupid noise. 03453 009956. We're still looking for someone who's ever broken a window. Because for those who haven't done it, I tell you what, it is really, really hard.
Moving on the floor now, babe, you're a bird of paradise. Cherry ice cream smile, I suppose it's very nice. With a step to your left and a flick to the right, you catch that mirror way out west. You know you're something special and you look like you're the best. Her name is Rio and she dances on the sand. Just like that river twisting through a dusty land. And when she shines, she really shows you all she can. Oh, Rio, Rio, dance across the Rio Grande. I've seen you on the beach, and I've seen you on TV. To all the billion stars, it means so much to me, like a birthday or a pretty view. But then I'm sure that you know it's just for you. Her name is Rio and she dances on the sand. Just like that river twisting through a dusty land. And when she shines, she really shows you all she can. Oh, Rio, Rio, dance across the Rio Grande. Hey now, woo, look at that, getting nearly run
morning. Iain Lee, BBC WM 95.6. We're coming to the last ever the last ever 9 till 10 hour of the show. Now, Matt, have you got it?
Yeah.
So what is it?
What's what?
Well, you said you had it.
Breaking windows.
No. I'm glad there was an extra syllable there. I've
got it. We're at the end of the first hour.
Yeah, but there'll be a first hour next week.
Yeah, but you're having a line, ain't you?
Exactly. I'm having a line. And that means that from next week, the show is going to be start at 10 o'clock till 12 o'clock.
So we've just got 2 hours of you.
Yeah. Which in many ways is a blessing. Oh. You say no? I say yeah.
I say yeah, because I've normally turned you off by about 11 anyway.
You cheeky soul-side. Flipping it, Matt. Well, you've turned me on now. What have you got for us, Matt?
Breaking windows.
Yep.
I'm not sure if I should put this out.
Go, put it out.
Shop windows, the big ones.
Yeah. Oh.
You can break those by pumping them with your foot in the corner.
Okay, well, can I just... Right, let me just... For the legal reasons, we're not in any way encouraging this.
No.
Very
dangerous.
How do you know this?
I grew up in the 70s.
So that's what you used to do?
We didn't have PlayStations.
The thing is, I think window technology has changed since the 70s. Windows are like bulletproof now, aren't they?
My chip shop window isn't.
Oh, so why don't we all come down to your chippy
I
and
was in there
pump
the
your
other day.
window?
I was in there the other day waiting for my food, and I leant against the window, and I noticed it flexed.
No.
But
and that would
I'm
imply...
not going to set out to prove anything, Iain.
No, but have you ever done it?
I might have been involved with it as a kid.
You are outrageous. You are outrageous. Matt, do you know what a nudge box is?
A nudge box?
Paul has texted in to solve the library problem, have a nudge box so people can donate to keep it open. I don't know what that means.
He must mean a donation box.
But why wouldn't he put a donation box?
Well, I thought the donation box was called council tax.
Matt's getting very political here. Finally, Matt, I need the highest noise you can make and the lowest noise you can make, please.
Right, I'm on a chair.
Great.
Is that high enough?
Oh, flippin' heck. What a chancer that guy is. 03453 009956. Quick recap. We haven't even looked in the papers properly yet. There's loads going on in the papers. Bears, Old Flames, the worst movie ever, is blacking up racist, double yolks. All of these things to come if I remember. But until then, ever broken a window? It's really hard. I can't even imagine breaking a window on a car. That must be almost impossible. 03453 009956. Ever broken a window? Ever broken into somebody's house? I had to break into an old lady's house once. She asked me to. She got locked out. So I had to climb up a ladder and go through her window. I wish I hadn't. The things I saw in this old lady's house will remain with me till the day I die. There were bags. She was a hoarder, right? There were bags everywhere. Everywhere. There were also really spooky dollies. There were dollies everywhere. And there were loads of those... And I don't know why we associate the Spanish with toilet rolls, but there were loads of those Spanish women that you put over the toilet rolls. You know, the toilet roll covers? There were loads of them. So, ever broken a window? Ever broken into somebody's house? What's the worst movie ever? Oh, let's put it out there. Is blacking up racist? There's some students that have got in trouble for mimicking an all-black football team by, well, you know... blacking up. 03453 009956 and we'll find the highest and lowest noisemaker in Birmingham and the West Midlands.
The voice of Birmingham and the Black Country.
BBC WM 95.6.
I'm never doing a 9 till 10 here ever again. Long may it rest in peace. It's 10 o'clock now. Let's get the news. Here's Nicole Pullman.
Shops will be boarded up in Dudley Town Centre by traders worried about today's rally by the English Defence League. They'll be closing up for the day at lunchtime as hundreds of EDL supporters are expected to gather to protest at plans for a new mosque. Some roads will be closed off and a counter-demonstration is expected by the Unite Against Fascism group. Dr James Treadwell is a criminologist at the University of Birmingham.
The claims of the leadership and the behaviour of the supporters have very often been at odds, and claims to non-violence. When you look historically at a number of their demonstrations that have ended up in quite widespread disorder, where the English Defence League materialise, there's always that potential for public disorder.
A man who raped a student nurse in Birmingham has been jailed for 20 years after West Midlands Police reopened a case dating back to 1998. Carl Hull, formerly of South Road in Sparkbrook, followed the woman to her Edgbaston home in December 1998, shoved her inside as she opened the garage door and attacked her. DNA capability advanced over the years, and when a cold case review was launched in 2012, scientists were finally able to get a match. The parents of Kayla Muller, an American aid worker held hostage by Islamic State militants, say they're hopeful she's still alive. Carla Marshall Muller of Prescott, Arizona, spoke after ISIS released a video showing a blackened house in their Syrian stronghold of Raqqa. They said Kayla had been killed inside when it was hit by a coalition air raid. The White House said it had seen no evidence to verify the claims. Jordan has dismissed it as criminal propaganda. There's a rally in Birmingham today to protest against the proposed cuts to the city's new library. Hundreds of people are expected to gather outside. The cuts would result in library opening hours being reduced by 40%, and over 100 library staff could lose their jobs. The City Council says it needs to save money. Aston Villa take on the leaders Chelsea at Villa Park this afternoon, attempting to score for the first time in more than 10 hours of Premier League football. Villa are likely to welcome back captain Ron Vlaar after he recovered from the knee injury suffered on New Year's Day. Manager Paul Lambert claims the response in training has been good to last weekend's 5-0 hammering at Arsenal.
We come into work the next day and I try not to make the place too downbeat or too negative, because you've got to go to the next game. So, and the lads have been training well, and we'll go again and try and win a game against a really, really top side.
The Birmingham City manager Gary Rowett says Fulham have some very good players that belies their league position just below midway in the Championship. The two teams meet at Craven Cottage this afternoon. We'll have commentary right here on BBC WM 95.6 from 3 o'clock. Bakary Sako returns to the Wolves squad for their home game against Reading. He's missed their last 4 league games while playing for Mali at the African Nations Cup. Thomas Kuszak will make his Wolves debut in goal in place of the injured Carl Ikimi. Walsall visit Doncaster Rovers and their former captain Andy Butler, seeking to stretch their unbeaten run of matches away from home in League One to 7. Cloudy with some bright or sunny spells. Top temperature today, 8 Celsius, 46 Fahrenheit. BBC WM 95.6 News. There's more online at bbc.co.uk/WM.
The Voice. The Voice.
The voice.
The voice of Birmingham and the Black Country.
You should take in other religions and treat them as you would want to be treated yourself.
We are even more intelligent. They treated me with the utmost respect.
Iain Lee, Saturdays
9 till 12.
BBC WM 95.6.
How many of those names can you remember from that sports bulletin? I mean, surely, I genuinely think that we should have a limit on the number of foreign players you can have playing football. It should be like English players. And I know I sound like, UKIP or something, but I think for English football, you should have primarily English players. If not only that, it makes it easier for us to say their names. Well done, Nicole. 10 out of 10 for that bulletin. 03453 009956. Now, from next week, the show will be starting now, and in many ways, today's show is starting now because that first hour, and it doesn't matter. Who can make the highest and indeed the lowest noises? Ever broken a window? It's harder than you think. Ever broken into somebody's house? I want to compile this list of old bald men with ponytails. If you've ever had a ponytail, and I kind of did. It wasn't a ponytail, because a ponytail has to be of a certain length, doesn't it? But I was able to tie my hair back at one point in my life. Guess what? It looked blooming awful. It never looks good. The only thing that's good about men with long hair is they always look better when it's cut off. That's the only good thing. 03453 009956.
Have your say. Across the West Midlands, call
03453
009956.
BBC WM 95.6.
We've talked as well, I want to ask later on, is Blacking Up racist? I'll talk about the worst movie ever as well. I had an email. Oh, that was it. Yes, that was it. I knew I was stalling for a reason. The best place to have a doze. Where do you like to have a doze, Joe?
Oh, well, I can only doze lying down now.
Yeah. No, funny. The older you get, I can't.
I can't do the whole head bobbing thing. So
sofa's a good place. No, there's room for two.
I have to get the cushions off the sofa.
Right.
I have to have a blanket. It has to be mocking up a bed. I need a blanket to sleep.
You like the blankie?
I like a little blankie on the sofa.
I like the improvised bed. I like having the coat on.
Oh no!
I like having my head wedged, and it's when I'm in the car or if I'm dozing on the sofa, my head has to be wedged into something like a nook or indeed a cranny.
A cranny,
yeah,
indeed.
What is a cranny? I know what a nook is. A nook is basically a corner, isn't it?
I would imagine.
But what's a cranny?
A little gap, maybe.
Anyway, David has given us some excellent legal advice about dozing.
Okay.
Iain, you mentioned that you like to sleep in the driving seat of your car. Did you know that if the keys are in the ignition, it is illegal?
That's true.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Why?
Because you could be asleep at the wheel.
You
are asleep at the wheel.
I'm literally asleep at the wheel, but I'm parked up in a service station. What, for Gap 20-minute nap?
No, but it's a
slogan.
legal thing.
By all means, take a nap, says Dave. Thank you, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
But always take the keys out and put them in a safe place, such as the glove box.
I do sleep in the car when it's going.
What?
I can't sleep if somebody else is driving and I'm in the passenger seat. It doesn't take long for me to.
I can't. The seat's too erect.
But don't you just tip it back? Tip it back.
Got the kids behind me.
Yeah, tip it back and snuggle into the corner with my coat as a pillow.
Can't do it. 03453 009956. Simon.
Morning.
Good morning, Simon. Where's the best place to have a doze?
Doze?
A doze?
Oh, I'll do it every day in the office, mate.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, how do you do it? Do you put the head down on the desk? Do you? What's your technique?
I just sort of lay back in the chair and doze off for a bit.
Flipping heck. Are you allowed to do that?
There's nobody there to stop me. I'm the only one in the office 3 days a week.
Yes, Simon! Is it Northampton University, where I think it used to be 6 girls to every boy?
Oh, really?
Steady.
Why didn't I go there?
Well, do you know what? I think it was Northampton, and it was the thing when everyone was filling in their UCA or PCAS forms back in the day, Northampton was always on there for the lads, because even if they didn't want to study any of the courses there, 6 girls to every boy. I would have found that far too intimidating. But I think it's them that have introduced a thing where they've got like little doze rooms, little rooms with little sort of camp beds and things, and people can go in there for a little nap. And I think that workplaces should do that. Workplaces should have rooms where their staff can go and have a 20-minute nap.
Well, yeah, definitely. Power nap, recharge the batteries.
Power nap. Oh, Lee has just tweeted me what a nudge box is. I don't think it's that, Lee, and I'm not going to read that out on the radio. Very naughty, very naughty.
I've just Googled that and I still can't find it. No,
there's no glory about it. It's the nudge box. We're told by a texter there should be a nudge box to for the library, to keep the library open, but I don't know what it is. It's a made-up thing.
I just Googled it and got some nightclub in London.
Which one am I looking at? Oh, here we go. Oh, thank you. Oh, Paul. Okay, Paul's got back in touch. And he's wrong. Iain, the worst films are the new Star Trek 1 and 2. 2001 is boring. A nudge box. Oh, okay. I'd never heard it called that before. Get this. This is what a nudge box is. And I think Paul may have just made this up. A nudge box is a large see-through box so everyone can see the money inside it and they donate more. It was on the One Show. So it was on the One Show, Simon. If those bitter idiots... No, hang on, we're the BBC. If those great guys on the One Show were talking about it, it must be true.
It's got to be if it was on the One Show.
If it was on the One Show, Cats, Simon, you want to talk about Cats?
Yeah, Cats, yeah.
Go on then.
Yeah. Well, you're saying, that there's a limit on how many cats you can have, yeah?
If you're a single woman and you've got...
Oh, single woman.
Well, no, there's a league table, Simon. If you're a single woman, you've got 3 or more cats, you're a cat lady, no one wants to come near you, you're going to die a spinster. If you're a single man and you've got 2 or more cats, then you ought to go back and live with mummy. And if you're any family that's got 4 or more cats, then really, what is the point in you existing?
Well, what it is, my ex-missus has got... she had a cat, right? Because the daughter wanted one, right?
Yeah.
And she never had it done. And the cat got out, so obviously she ended up having kittens.
Hey.
Right?
Yes.
So she had 4 kittens.
Yes.
And we couldn't get rid of the one, so we ended up keeping the one.
Good.
And then she got out again and got pregnant again.
Flipping it. What a mucky old tart that cat is.
Oh, well, it's the ex-missus' fault for not getting the cat done,
Is this why she's the ex-missus? Was she up to the same kind of thing?
No, very much doubt it.
Good.
No. So we ended up keeping one out of that litter as well. So we've got the mom, the middle baby, and the little one there. So we've got 3 pussies. We've got 2 chinchillas and a dog.
And on that bombshell, Simon.
On the other side of the street I knew stood a girl that looked like you. I guess that's deja vu, but I thought this can't be true, 'cause you moved to West LA or New York or Santa Fe or wherever to get away from me. Oh, but that one night was more than just right. I didn't leave you 'cause I was all through. Oh, I was overwhelmed and frankly scared as hell because I really fell for you. Oh, I swear to you, I'll be there for you. This is not a drive-by. Just a shy guy looking for a two-ply. Hefty thing to hold my love. When you move me, everything is groovy. They don't like it, sue me the way you do me. Oh, I swear to you, I'll be there for you. This is not a drive-by. On the upside to a downward spiral, my love for you went viral, and I loved you every mile you drove away. But now here you are again, so let's skip to how you've been and get down to the more than friends at last. Oh, but that one night is still the highlight. I didn't need you until I came to, and I was overwhelmed and frankly scared as hell because I really fell for you. Oh, I swear to you, I'll be there for you. This is not a drive-by. Just a shy guy looking for a two-ply. Hefty thing to hold my love. When you move me, everything is groovy. They don't like it, sue me the way you do me. Oh, I swear to you, I'll be there for you. This is not a drive-by. Please believe that when I leave, there's nothing up my sleeve but love for you and a little time to get my head together too. On the other side of the street I knew stood a girl that looked like you. I guess that's deja vu, but I thought this can't be true, 'cause oh, I swear to you, I'll be there for you. This is not a drive-by. Just a shy guy looking for a two-ply. Hefty thing to hold my love. When you move me, everything is groovy. They don't like it, sue me the way you do me. Oh, I swear to you, I'll be there for you. This is not a drive-by.
Iain, the injured Wolves keeper Carl Ikemi was born in Sutton Coldfield, so he is English. Oh, it was sounding like that. Thank you, Dan. And I know, Toby, Bruce Lee is kung fu, Ian, not karate. Don't make me come over there and Wing Chun your ass. I know he's kung fu. I just like saying karate man. I don't know why. BBC WM 95.6. Here's Liz with the travel.
Thanks very much, Ian. As you make your way along the A38, there's still that problem southbound. It remains shut because of an accident early this morning, and now barrier repairs being carried out between the Clay Mills turn and the Branston interchange, the A5121. That's where the closure is in place, causing queues and delays. You're having to follow the Black Hollow Circle symbol through Burton and to rejoin the A38 and the Birmingham-bound carriageway at Branston. That's causing quite lengthy delays through Burton this morning, much heavier going than usual along the A5121 Derby Road, around Horninglow Road as well. Make your way in and out of Birmingham. You'll find it's heavy going through Great Bar, the A34 around Queslett Road itself towards that junction as well. Better news in Sedgley, that accident cleared on Gospel End Road, the A463 near to Red Lane and Penn Road. The accident all cleared out of the way, and routes are running much better through there. Not too bad on train services in and out of Birmingham New Street. Just be mindful buses replace trains between Leamington and Banbury on Chiltern cross-country services. This is because of a landslip at Harbury, so you're facing some disruption there. If you can update us, call BBC WM 95.6 Travel 0330 123 3550.
Danny Kelly. Ian was fighting for his heavily pregnant wife Maggie to be granted a visa to come to England. Maggie's visa was refused. Here's what Ian's mother Annie told me.
He's been let down. I'm very angry and upset.
A new hero for mid-mornings. Listen, let's now fast forward.
Ian's had a letter from the British immigration and they cannot find any reason why the original application was not granted. So Maggie hopes that they'll be on the plane coming back to the UK.
Danny Kelly.
With your fantastic support to us and the family. We were very distressed but found some real friends at WM.
I'm welling up a little bit here, Stan. Well,
you're not the only one, mate.
Well, that's what we're here for. Weekdays from 9.
BBC WM
95.6.
Morning, Dot.
Good morning, Ian. Don't you dare leave us.
No, I'm not. No. I'm leaving 9 till 10. You're going to get the gardening hour then.
Well, I'm not bothered about that.
Well, no, this is the thing. No.
But other people are.
Lots of people are.
That.
And I don't like gardening. I hate gardening. It's one of my least favourite things. But, surprisingly, I like gardening programmes. I like Gardener's Question Time on Radio 4. And Molly and Phil, I think, are brilliant.
They are, and I love Molly. I've known Molly for years.
Man, when you say no...
I just... No. I like to look at them. I think they're lovely, but no.
Yeah, no. Well, hang on, we're talking about flowers or mollies?
Both. I love both.
Yes. No, Molly is excellent, and I can't wait to hear a full hour of garden. The only thing is, Doc, right, because Molly and Phil, they take liberties with the time they finish their show.
Yeah.
So some mornings, I've not been starting my show until about 10, 15 minutes after it's meant to start.
But you see, that's Molly, isn't it?
Well, I know, but if my show is only 2 hours, she better finish on time.
Well, you've given in an hour to her, so she's got to play ball.
She'll get a sound spanking if she doesn't, Dot.
Oh, she'll like that.
Oh, cheeky. Dot, what's the... Before we get on to...
Cranny.
Okay, we're on crannies. Okay, we're on your cranny, yes.
Right, now,
cool.
Comes from it's 15th century. It comes from the Old French called cran, and it means notch.
Notch?
Yes.
Okay, but so what is it?
I've got another description here. Ask Molly. I've got a very old dictionary. It's got loads of stuff in.
Okay, that's great.
Crenel, and it's an open space in an embattled parapet for shooting through.
Oh.
Also, crenate with notched or tusked edge.
So it's a thing. It's what the hole. It's the hole in a castle to fire an arrow through.
It comes from that, yes. You know the windows.
I know the windows.
Well,
yeah.
it's that.
Yeah.
It's that as well.
Well, and so a nook is a nook is just like a corner, isn't it?
It's just got here. A cranny is. It's a chink. It's a crevice.
I don't think we say that anymore. Okay, Dot. What's while we've got you online? What's the highest noise you can make, please?
No, I don't think I've got one really.
You can. Well, everyone's got a highest noise.
I don't know.
Well,
something stupid
do it
like
again.
that.
No, do it again. Do it again.
Something girly.
Let me see if I can beat that. Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can beat that. I think we're the same. And what's the lowest noise you can produce, Dot? Oh, Dot, thank you.
Penn, Pensnet,
Rugeley, Redditch,
Rowley Regis.
Have your say across the West Midlands.
BBC WM.
95.6.
This is a story. Finding the Daily Star. You've got to love the Daily Star, haven't you? Haven't you? Hey, you've got to love the Daily Star. There's a free crunchy bar for every reader. Flipping it. Where's the nearest Londis? I had some crunchy, like nibbles. So they weren't crunchy bar. They were like chocolate. Yeah, little blocks. What were they? You saw me eating them, and I didn't offer them to you.
They were Crunchy Rocks.
Crunchy Rocks. They were flipping good.
Yeah, we did notice you enjoying that.
I did. Yeah. Well, it was what is great is my kids don't like crunchy bars. They had a crunchy bar the other day, and they thought, "Oh, I don't like this."
It's quite
Daddy's treat. Daddy's treat. Do you do that with your kids when they don't eat them? You're eyeing up their meal. And when they don't finish it, you think, I'm straight in there.
Totally.
Little mummy's treat. That's what it's all about. That's why I don't really have meals anymore.
No,
I just have leftovers.
Yeah, that's exactly how I eat.
I was going on a journey the other day on my own, and I put something in the back seat, and I was really hungry, and I saw on the floor a half-eaten jammy dodger.
Oh no, you never.
Yeah, I did, totally. It was. I thought,
really
daddy bonus.
Disgusting.
Why is it disgusting? It came from my son's mouth.
Yeah, onto the dusty, horrible, rank floor.
We don't. It was a black carpet. I couldn't see any dust on that floor.
There's another meaning to the 3-second rule, isn't it? Really.
Well, this was the 3-week rule. I think he hadn't been in the car for weeks. But my eyes pricked up and went, oh, daddy bonus. I love a daddy bonus.
How much was there of the jammy dodger?
It was about 3/4, so there was enough to keep me going.
The jam was still there.
The jam bit was still there.
They licked that out and then left you the biscuit.
Sorry? Then done what? No, they just had a bite and they'd done that, and that was great. Anyway, there's some. 03453 009956 is the phone number if you want to give us a call. Students face black-up fury. Right. A university football team has been blasted after blacking up for an Africa Cup of Nations party. About 30 members of Stirling Uni FC hit the town in kilts, sporting their black faces. And there's a picture of them. A Show Racism the Red Card campaign spokesman said the practice of blacking up is racist. And there's the statement. The process of blacking up is racist. And I'm not sure if it is. Would I do it? Probably not, because I work for the BBC. And if I was at a party blacked up and that picture got out, I'd lose my job. So that's one reason I wouldn't do it. Also, I don't think it's that funny. I don't think it's particularly funny. You're right there, Joe. What are you eating? Is it a jammy dodger? Do you lick it out or do you just go straight in?
Stop.
No, is it a jammy dodger?
No, it was an egg and cress sandwich.
Oh, beautiful. So I wouldn't do it because A, I would definitely lose my job, is kind of the overriding thing. B, I don't think it's that funny. C, I don't like dressing up. I haven't been to... Sorry? What?
I love dressing up.
Well, some people do.
Oh, it's the best thing.
I haven't been to a fancy dress party since I was about... I must have been 8 and I went as a caveman. And I was a good caveman. I had the suit made of,
Not too skinny to be a caveman.
Well, I was 8 years old. Cavemen are skinny. They weren't stuffing their faces full of burgers and stuff.
But they had muscles and they were stacked.
When have you ever seen a caveman?
They carried boulders and stuff.
They didn't carry boulders.
Of course they did.
They were too busy hunting dinosaurs.
Exactly, with their bare hands.
And the dinosaurs were winning. Cue the text from people saying, oh, there's about 20 million years between cavemen and... I know, it's a joke. Not a very funny one, I'll give you that, but...
We're having an adult school disco for our... I'm on the committee for the school fundraiser. We're having an adult school disco.
I think there's something...
Great.
There's something perverted about that.
No. I can't wait. We're having it in the school hall.
Yeah. And you're all dressing up as sexy kids?
Oh, just... Yeah.
See, there's something wrong. I don't get... The by the way, if no one calls in, it's me and Joe talking about this for the next hour and a half. So 03453 009956. I don't get the school disco phenomenon. And I found myself in a school disco once, because it was at a club, and a friend had hired a room for a birthday party, and we ended up wandering through this school disco, and it was just...
I was probably on my hen night. That's where I had my hen night.
Oh, really? It was weird, man. It just felt a little bit... we've got young ears listening, so I've got to be careful, but...
Yeah,
with I'm treading really carefully. But with the release of 50 Shades of Grey, K-I-N-K has become the N-O-R-M. Kink has become the norm.
Yeah, you can say that.
Because there was... did you see this morning, the other day?
Oh, gosh, yeah, that was dreadful,
They had a
wasn't it?
B-O-N-D-A-G-E display on there.
Yeah, that was not good.
That's weird. That's at 10:30 in the morning when kids who are bunking off school could watch that rubbish. That was weird. And it's all... And now a lot of the newspapers this week have done the beginner's guide to B-O-N-D-A-G-E, which is a little bit... And I remember, you know, when I was growing up... And, hey, listen, you know what you do in the privacy of your bedroom? Hey, get in there, fella. Well done. Good luck. But it does... I guess it's being a dad. It makes me feel uncomfortable that while I'm not disproving of the act... God, I'm getting totally tied up here, literally and metaphorically. Just making it so...
Bernie, stop that.
Bernie, put that down. Has anyone got the keys? It just makes it makes me uncomfortable.
We can tell.
Yeah.
Clearly.
I've got all British. Anyway.
It's me.
03453 009956 is the telephone number if you want to call. Anyway, it says here, the Show Racism, the Red Card campaign spokesman said the practice of blacking up is racist. I disagree with it. I think the intent behind it is important. If you're doing it to say, well, aren't black people stupid and don't they look funny? Well, yeah, that's racist. But someone has... Ash has tweeted me, Matt Lucas out of Little Britain used to black up all the time. He's right. I remember them in blacking up as Mr. T. I've only ever seen 2 sketches of Little Britain. One is where he's a fella in a wheelchair, but he goes swimming. And the other one is him blacked up as Mr. T. And I remember Ant and Dec blacking up on a TV show when they did that undercover kind of spoof thing where they tricked people. Very simple question. And I need to speak to black, white, Asian, whatever. Is Show Racism the Red Card... Are they right when they say the practice of blacking up is racist? 03453 009956.
Coming
Did the Knack, because that is they, did the Knack ever do another song? I'm going to play a song in a minute that whenever I hear My Sharona by the Knack, I always think it's this other song starting. And the two go hand in hand. The Knack never had another hit, I don't think, which is incredible, because that's one of the best songs ever, isn't it? Isn't it? 03453 009956. A little recap. Ever broken a window? Ever broken into someone's house? Old bald men with pony... Well, just your ponytail stories. Because the thing about... Do you remember? You may not be old enough, Joe. You're a little bit younger than me, and this was when I was quite young.
Quite a lot younger than you,
Steady
actually.
on. This was when I was quite young. The Rat's Tail.
Yes, I do remember.
It was like a German.
Yeah.
The Germans still do it.
Lots of school children had it, didn't they?
The boys would have it. They'd have short hair, but they'd have like a little inch, like little rat's tail at the back of the... What the hell was that about? And even as a 9-year-old, I thought, that looks flipping awful.
There was a girl at school, at my school, who had really short hair, and then she had a rat's tail, and then she used to plait it.
Oh, why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
Okay, here we go, dear listener. The world's worst haircuts. The rat's tail. The mullet. The mullet.
Comb over.
The comb over. Guys, we can see your head. We know you're bald. We know you're bald.
Get over it.
The thing is, if I went bald, I would find it upsetting, but I'd go bald. It doesn't mean...
Shave it off. Bald people should just shave their heads.
You see, the thing I like that they don't have in this country is the Larry David, where they're bald on top and you've got the shaggy bit around the side. And I quite like that.
Do you? Is that what you do?
I think I might do.
Oh, it's horrific. It's when... I tell you what's the worst, is in Alan Shearer Island, where
Hello?
it grows.
Yeah.
Where it goes bald all around, but then there's just an island of hair on the forehead at the front.
You'd have to cut that short. You'd have to shave that. Was that your phone? Sorry, I saw you reaching for it.
No, I didn't. I haven't reached for it.
You reached for it. I saw you retch.
I did not reach for it.
You did. You gave me the look as if to say, close the microphone now, I'm reaching for my phone.
I did not.
Oh, you've not closed the microphone?
I did not.
You can read the text if you want, I don't mind. Everything all right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do a list of this. The worst. So we've got the rat's tail, the mullet, the comb over, Hair Island, and that could mean many things. 03453 009956. Text 81333. Start your text WM. What other ones are there? The thing about going bald, okay, is it must be upset. If you're a bald man, right, or if you're a younger man going bald, could you give me a call and try and explain to me what it feels like? The odds are, if we follow my genealogy, my history, and my thick hair, the odds are I'm not going to go bald. I'll have white hair, and I'll probably have white... Where am I now? 41. I'm quite grey now. I'll have white hair definitely by 50. 46, 47, do you reckon, maybe?
White hair's cool, though, isn't it? It's silver fox.
Yeah, oh, yeah, no, I love it. I love it.
White hair is cool.
It was upsetting when it started, but now I think, hurry up. Hurry up,
No,
yeah.
no, it's nice to have a smattering.
I want to go white, all white. I want to look like David Byrne or Philip Schofield. The odds of me going bald, very, very slim.
Yeah. It's apparently it's your mother's father you take after.
Yeah. Yeah,
So it's
yes.
your maternal grandfather.
So I should be all right. I should be all right. It means I'm probably,
He was all right, was he?
He was all right hair-wise. He wasn't all right a lot of the other ways. But anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. If we remember to cross that bridge, that's the problem. Bless him. Oh, Grandad Bill. I miss Grandad Bill. What a lovely, silly old sausage he was.
Grandad Bill.
Did you?
Yeah, Grandpa Bill.
He was Grandad Bill. And there's always those things, is he got Alzheimer's. And when I was very young, when I was quite young, and he died when I was, 16, 17, and I never made the most of him. It was one of my big regrets, is I never made the most of him when he was well and when he was going ill, and then he died. And I think,
And don't you want to hear their stories
Yeah,
now?
and I didn't want to hear those. I don't want to hear the Grandad's boring stories when I'm 9.
No.
Oh, you idiot! That history!
I know.
All of that stuff that was in there.
I know.
And I didn't. And I used to get, when he started getting ill, he would start talking sensibly to you, and then he'd just go off on a tangent. But the tangent had some kind of historical fact in it.
Yeah.
And me being a 13, 14-year-old kid, would just get embarrassed. And I pull faces to my mum, so Granddad's gone, oh, get me away from
But didn't you
Granddad.
think when they used to start talking about the war, there was this real thing
Yeah.
about, oh, they're on about the war again.
Yeah,
and now you look
man.
back and you just think, I wish I'd known more.
This is the thing, and this is what we are instilling in my boys. We've moved to be closer to all of their grandparents, their 3 remaining grandparents, and we make sure that they are blessed in that they get to spend loads of time with their grandparents.
It's really important.
And that's my one thing. All my sets, and I stopped seeing my grandparents on my dad's side. I stopped seeing when I was 15 because I fell out with my dad, and so me being a stroppy 15-year-old went, well, I don't want to see any of those losers. And I never saw my nan and granddad again, and they're dead now. Oh, you idiot! I have very few regrets in life, but the amount of contact I had with my grandparents was primarily down to me, and man alive, was that stupid.
You don't know as a teenager,
You
do
don't know as a teenager, but this is why we're trying to instill it now, kids. I'm sure you're doing the same with your boy. To respect your grandparents, respect the fact that you've got them, and that they are a wealth of knowledge. 03453 009956. I want to speak to a bald guy or someone who is going bald. Can you explain what it feels like? What does it feel like? Because it must be. I mean, goodness, what is it? It must be bad for a bloke. Imagine a woman going bald, and you see bald women.
Yeah.
That must be even more of a thing, because no one ever talks about bald women. I'm not speaking specifically because of cancer, although the impact of losing your hair when you're going through chemo as a woman, I have been told by those who've been through it, is significant, as a lot of women, particularly of a certain generation, put a lot of their identity is in their hair. Sounds silly, but actually it is.
It's true.
But a woman going bald of natural causes.
My hair was falling out before Christmas. It was just like a shedding thing.
Really?
And I was really, really worried. It was horrible. So to actually have that and then for it to carry on, it must be terrifying.
03453 009956. If you want to give us a call on that, you can text 81333, start your text WM. Now, that was all leading up... I don't know. It's funny, isn't it? We start these conversations, we end these conversations, I have no idea where they started. Can we find we're talking about bad haircuts. That was it. Right, OK. I also want to talk about what we need on this show, and it'll be easier when it's 2 hours from next week. What we need is what do they call it? Not a court artist. The bookish woman that sits in court typing, but she doesn't type on a proper typewriter.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know.
Is it a stenographer?
Stenographer, yeah.
What is the typewriter that a stenographer uses? Because it's not a proper typewriter. It's got about 12 keys on it.
We just need somebody to take the minutes of the show.
Neil? Neil?
Hiya.
What are you doing next week between 10 and 12?
I'm not sure, why?
We need someone to take the minutes of the show for us.
To take the minutes of the show?
To take the minutes of the show.
What are you on about?
We need someone to take the minutes of the show for us.
Okay, that's not a problem.
Can you do that for us next week?
Yeah, that's not a problem.
It would involve... Oh, and this is how we're going to do it. It would involve you being on the phone line for the whole show so that we can refer back to you. And, for example, we can go, why were we just talking about hair? Would that be okay?
Listen, I've got all the time in the world. Not a problem.
We'll give you a call, Neil. It won't cost you a penny.
Oh, super.
What have you got? What have you called for us, Neil? What have you got for us?
Well, you're about people with bald hair. No hair, should I say?
Yes, bald hair, yes. Yeah, go on.
I mean, I'm 18, you see, and my hair's receding quite quickly.
Ouch.
And it's one of them things where I can't really go out and look for women because I feel quite depressed that my hair's falling out. I've been contemplating about getting a toupee, but I know it sounds quite daft, but from a young 18-year-old, it's...
yeah. Where is it? Where is the hair going from, Neil? Is it the front? Is it the back? Is it all over?
It's at the back and at the front.
Can I give you... Now, listen, what you do, of course, is entirely your decision. May I make a suggestion that wigs, they never, ever work, man. They never work.
But, I mean, I think... Well, I'm not the best looking in the world, but it should help me out a little bit.
Are you... What's your body like, Neil? And by that I mean, are you kind of a big bloke, or are you a thin, skinny bloke?
I look like a rake.
Oh man, listen. Trust me, I had that look when I was your age, and it don't last forever. Enjoy it while you've got it. My suggestion, and I'm going to put this out there: 03453 009956. What should Neil do? My suggestion is embrace it, Neil. Embrace it and shave it all off.
But the thing is, all my friends, they've actually got hair. And I always get the mickey took out of me because I've got no hair.
You will do, and there's nothing you can do about that, I'm afraid. And if you, imagine if you turn up one day down the pub with more hair than you had the night before.
Sorry, I don't catch that.
Well, imagine, right, you go down the pub with your mates and you've got more hair than you had yesterday because you've put a wig on. Imagine the ribbing you're going to get because of that.
Yeah, that's right, but the worst thing is I'm ginger as well, so it makes it even worse.
You're what, sorry?
I've got ginger hair as well, so it makes it even worse.
Neil, listen, keep listening. 03453 009956. He shouldn't get a wig. He shouldn't get a wig, should he, Vince?
No, definitely not. No.
I would suggest embrace it. You've got to embrace it and shave it all off.
That's what I've had to do. Yep, I've done that. I've done just taking it all off.
Yeah, you can't. None of the tricks work. Hey guys, here's the thing. Bruce Forsyth is a multi-millionaire. He wears a wig. How do I know? Because it's flipping obvious. It's flipping obvious. If he can't afford a decent wig, nobody can.
No, it's honestly, you're correct. It's I mean, you can see it's a mile off.
What are you doing, Neil? Are you building a wall while I'm talking to you? Vince. Sorry, Vince. I'm all over the place. What are you doing, Vince?
No, I just straightened something on the table. You're all right.
Okay, good.
What I was going to ask you is, why do blokes dye their hair?
Oh, yeah.
You know.
That's an interesting one.
Another giveaway.
I saw a poster for a slightly obscure rock group, Toto. Toto did Africa, didn't they? We'll play that in a bit. It's a good song, actually. Toto are doing a tour, and they've all got to be pushing late 60s. And there was one of them. There's one that's obviously bald because he's wearing a hat. And there's one of them that's grey, and another one that's greying. And then there's one of them that's got the blackest hair in the world. And you look at it, you go, there is no way a bloke in his late 60s has got hair that black. Paul McCartney was going grey in 1984. In the video for Spies Like Us, he's grey. Now he's got a thick chestnut mane. Why is he doing it? Respect to Tom Jones, because Tom Jones used to dye his hair. He disappeared for 6 months and came back with a white head of hair.
And about 3 facelifts.
The what, sorry?
And about 3 facelifts.
Well, this is... Now, putting Tom Jones to one side, because I don't know the legal ramifications of this, but I've heard that lots of older men... You know that lots of older men suddenly they get the goatee beard, and that's to hide the facelift scars.
I mean, it looks as though I grabbed the top of the hair on the forehead and dragged it over.
Yeah, it does. Vince, I'm going to let you go because the line's not great, but thank you for that. Is that true? That you see lots of these old men that have never had beards and then they get goatee beards. Neil Diamond's got a beard all of a sudden. He's 73. He's never had a beard. Have you ever seen footage of a facelift happening? OMG. It is right. Do you know how they do it? They cut off your face and lift it. They cut off your face. It's like skinning an animal. They cut off your face and they lift it. It's the most horrific thing. They peel back the face. 03453 009956. May, stay there. I need to get some travel news. Here's Liz Saul.
Thank you, Iain. As you make your way along the A38, southbound at Burton is still shut. This because of an accident and barrier repairs. Closed between Clay Mills and Branston Interchange, the turns for the A5121. A diversion is following the Black Hollow Circle symbol, which takes you through Burton, and that's meaning that traffic is much heavier going than usual through the town centre along Derby Road, the A5121, Prince's Way, and as you make your way along Waterloo Street as well, the A511 also congested. Now, just be mindful that in Dudley there's several road closures. Castle Hill has now shut the A459 between the A461 and Castlegate Island and Ednam Road. It's because of the EDL march taking place and other demonstrations this morning. So you'll find many other road closures around the town centre until 8 o'clock this evening, including the High Street, Priory Road and Flood Street. You'll also find that all buses are on diversion as well. It's heavy going through Great Barn, Queslett Road. Now, your match day travel sees Birmingham City fans off to Fulham. Just be mindful, you may not have set off yet, but the M40 South is currently closed. As you head further along at Junction 4, it's shut southbound between 4 and 3. That's the London-bound carriageway because of a lorry which caught fire. Long delays as a result, over a mile of queuing traffic approaching the closure at Junction 4. So you will need to find an alternative that and find plenty of extra time for your journey as well if you're going to the Blues game this afternoon at Fulham. If you can update us, 0330 123 3550.
Thank you, Liz. I think it's the first time in radio history that Toto have been used as the bed for the travel. Mate, Gloria, stay there. If you're a man that's bald or going bald, what does it feel like? And we heard Neil, he's 18 and he's going bald. He's considering getting a toupee. I think we all know that's a very, very bad idea, don't we?
I hear the drums echoing tonight, and she hears only whispers of some quiet conversation. She's coming in 12:30 flight. The moonlit wings reflect the stars that guide me towards salvation. I stopped an old man along the way, hoping to find some old forgotten words or ancient melodies. He turned to me as if to say, hurry boy, it's waiting there for you. Gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I bless the rains down in Africa. We're gonna take some time to do the things we never The wild dogs cry out in the night as they grow restless, longing for some solitary company. I know that I must do what's right, sure as Kilimanjaro rises like Olympus above the Serengeti. I seek to cure what's deep inside, frightened of this thing that I've become. Gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I bless the rains down in Africa. We're gonna take some time to do the things we never Hurry, boy, she's waiting there for you. Gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I bless the rain.
So here's the question. Apart from Africa, are Toto any good? I don't know. I couldn't name any other Toto song. I'm assuming they're named after the dog. And I know some of them were members of Yes. Apart from Africa, are Toto any good? Bald men, worst haircuts, high and low noises. All of this while the EDL are in the area. Who wins? We do. Oh, May, you've waited, you've passed the waiting test. Can you pass the conversation test?
You're holding up my production line.
Oh, I do apologise. What are you producing today? Babies?
Beanbag frogs for charity.
Beanbag frogs?
For charity.
What charity's that for?
Whoever comes up at the time.
Whoever comes up at the time?
I've done some for the Children's Hospital.
How big are your beanbag frogs?
Less than a foot.
Okay. And are they for throwing or sitting?
No. They're for children to play with.
Okay. Hey, fantastic. That sounds great.
I've got blue ones with red spots at the moment.
Well, hang a minute. Frogs are green.
No, these are playtime things.
Playtime things, okay.
And I've had red and white, pink, check ones.
May, send us a picture. I'd love to see a picture of these. These sound fantastic.
Got a camera.
Joe wants to buy one. Joe, do you?
Let's buy one.
Well,
my Ben would love one of those.
I haven't got a camera.
Oh.
Sorry?
I live out at Coleshill, so I can't get into town. I'm waiting to go in hospital in a couple of weeks.
Oh, blimey. All right, mate. Well, listen, good luck with those. What have you called in about? You're not called in to show off about your beanbag frogs.
About your, what does the typewriter use?
Oh, yeah, the stenographer in the court. This has always fascinated me. They obviously, they write down everything, but they don't use a proper typewriter.
Yeah, well, they take it in shorthand with their writing, so they've probably got a shorthand typewriter.
Oh, is shorthand still a thing? Because my mum used to learn. In fact, I know it is because I was speaking to someone here a couple of weeks ago who's learning shorthand. My mum used to do a thing called Pitman 2000, and it looks like a kind of simplistic Chinese. It's really weird. It's all brackets and asterisks and stuff like that. Is that what they're typing in?
I think so, because if they've got a shorter one, they've obviously got to do it quicker on a type of typewriter. So they're probably doing with the symbols.
I suppose so. But then how do we know that they've got it right?
You're being awkward today.
I'm being very awkward. No, but it's a genuine question. But how do we know? Because if it's in... but they're basically writing it in a foreign language, aren't they? Shorthand is a foreign language.
I don't know, because I've never done shorthand.
It's flipping hard. I used to test my mum on it when she was learning. It's half hard.
Probably is, but I've never gone to that extreme.
Mate, you are slightly older than me.
Very much older than you.
Bless you, I was being polite. But yeah, you come from a generation when everything was handwritten and people took pride over their handwriting, OK? I come from a generation where we didn't give a stuff about handwriting. My handwriting is absolutely awful. It's literally embarrassing. I hate people seeing what I've written down. Is your handwriting still really neat?
Well, not really me handwriting, but I got to the stage where I was working in a job where everything had to be printed.
Yeah.
And I usually print everything.
Oh, so you've copped out like the rest of us.
The only writing I actually do is my signature, really.
Right. But what do you mean printing on a computer?
No.
What do you mean?
Hand printing.
Oh, like capitals?
Yeah, because I worked at a job where I had to put everything clearly. So
well, this is how I write. My handwriting is capitals. I can't write lowercase. Isn't that weird? I wish I hadn't said that. Thank you, May. Gloria's on the line. Good morning, Gloria.
Morning.
Morning, Gloria.
Thank you.
Thank you. What you got for us, love?
About hair. My father, he had jet black hair.
Yeah.
Slightly wavy.
Yeah.
And that. But when he died, his hair was still black, except for he always had what was called a short back and sides.
Classic.
And the grey was below that line.
Oh.
So once he'd had his hair cut, it was still all black, and that's how he was even till he died.
Hey, fantastic. That's good. And how old was he when he died?
64, I think.
And he kept his... And he didn't dye it? It was pure...
No.
It was black hair?
No, it was black hair. The only one time that he once grew a little moustache, and he was colour blind, and he coloured it blue, and he wouldn't believe us when we told him it. And he went out.
Oh, your dad sounds brilliant. So what? Hang on. So what colour did it grow? Did it go? Because a lot of men have ginger beards, even if they've got dark hair. They've got ginger beards. Is that what the colour that his moustache was supposed to be?
Although his hair was black, I can't remember.
No.
So I don't think it was as dark as he wanted it. So he got this crayon.
Oh, Gloria, thank you for that. A little snort at the end as well. I love that. He was colourblind, so he dyed it, but he dyed it blue. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Ian.
Oh, she's made me chuckle. That was lovely. Thank you for that, Gloria. What you got for us, boss?
Well, you mentioned about that band, Toto.
Toto. I am totally in the dark about them.
Right, OK. Well, I can't say I know much about them.
OK.
But you mentioned that presumably they're named after the dog in The Wizard of Oz.
That would be my instinct.
Yeah, well, I think they're named after the Swahili word for boy, which is Toto.
What makes you think that?
Well, my grandmother used to live in East Africa for many years.
Yeah.
And when I was a boy, she used to call me Toto.
Oh.
And I always wondered why she called me Toto.
Yeah.
And I asked her once, and she said, well, that's the Swahili word for boy.
Oh.
And then a while later, Toto came along, so...
Do people still speak Swahili? Because I had some... I vaguely remember on my dad's side some relatives that lived in South Africa, and they came over when I was about 7 or 8, and boy, oh boy, their language was, was typical of South Africans in the late 70s, early 80s, shall we say. But some of them spoke Swahili. Is it still a living language?
I've absolutely no idea. I thought it was mainly an East African thing.
Yeah, my geography is slightly confused on this one, Dave. Maybe they were from Zimbabwe.
Perhaps.
Would they have spoken it in Zimbabwe?
No, I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
David, you've just given us more questions.
Yeah, well, that's the way it works, isn't it?
It is. David, thank you. What a great way to end the second hour of the show, trying to work out if Swahili is a living or a dead language. 03453 009956. Where do they speak Swahili? Is it Zimbabwe? What do they speak in Zimbabwe? Zimbabwean? I know that they say in Zimbabwe, leka. I used to be able to do a Zimbabwe accent. I'm from Zimbabwe. No, that's it, leka. Vanden Murphy is leka. This is the thing. I think it's just in Zimbabwe. It may be in other African countries. That we have, and we don't do these jokes anymore. But when we did jokes about Irish people, we do jokes about Paddy Murphy. We used to do Paddy Murphy. So Paddy went into a bar. Those kind of jokes. The Zimbabwean equivalent of Paddy Murphy is Vanden Murphy. So they would go, how do you confuse Vanden Murphy? You put him in a circular room and tell him to stand in the corner. That's a Zimbabwean joke. Now, not funny to us here. Any Zimbabweans listening, they are clutching their sides they can't believe it. This is like the funniest thing they've ever heard. Wait for the phones to go. How big is... I've not seen the radar figures or the breakdown. How big is the Zimbabwean community here?
What, they listen to this particular show? Massive.
Yeah. Well, then I am broadcasting to them and them alone, and I'm more than happy to do that. 03453 009956. Is Swahili still a growing concern? Is it still a proper language that people speak? You can give us a call on that. Hi, low. Oh, blimey. High and low. Oh, we've not done the worst movie thing. Can we? This is what I want to do in the next hour. The worst movie of all time. Actors and filmmakers have been shortlisted for 2014's worst performances. The British Academy, oh, this is good, of rubbish films and terrible acting, the BAFTAs, say Hector and the Search for Happiness is, I've never heard of it, is tipped for worst movie with its star Simon Pegg, 44. Cameron Diaz is up for the worst actress for her role in Sex Tape. Can we, in the next hour, please, can we find the worst film of all time, the worst actor and actress of all time? Oh, let's just do a list of the worst, shall we? Let's celebrate the worst. Because sometimes the worst is, you know what, pretty good. How do you think I get to work so much? 03453 009956. Oh, yeah, and is blacking up racist? And there'll be other people. You can call him about whatever you want. I say these things as merely as suggestions. They're thought bubbles that are popping out of my mouth. 03453 009956 81333. Start your text WM.
The voice of Birmingham and the Black Country.
BBC WM 95.6.
Hey, it's bang on 11 o'clock. Let's get the news. Here's Nicole Pullman.
Traders in Dudley are closing up this lunchtime in case there's trouble during an EDL demonstration. The English Defence League are protesting against plans for a new mosque in the town, and there's a counter-demonstration. 5 years ago, there was violent disorder after an EDL protest in Dudley, and today shops are being boarded up in the city centre in case there's a repeat of the trouble. Roads in the town centre are already closed. John Green runs a butcher's shop, and he says he'll be closed all day today.
Last time we lost about £1,500 in takings due to closure. The following 2-3 Saturdays, it still affected the trade. And with all due respect, nobody wants to get involved in this sort of thing. Wouldn't be any point in opening whatsoever, because there's going to be no shoppers in the town.
A man who raped a student nurse in Birmingham is starting a 20-year jail sentence after police reopened a case dating back to 1998. Carl Hull, formerly of South Road in Sparkbrook, followed the woman to her Edgbaston home in December 1998 and shoved her inside as she opened the garage door. DNA capability advanced over the years, and when a cold case review was launched in 2012, scientists were finally able to get a match. A review of how the NHS in England investigates allegations that patients have died or suffered avoidable harm has found that more than 1 in 4 cases was handled inadequately. The Parliamentary and Health Service Ombudsman re-examined 150 cases and found failings in 61. Roy Lilly, a former NHS Trust chairman, said he'd long held the view that the NHS complaints procedures were unsatisfactory.
The Trust is absolutely the wrong person to investigate this, because the Trust is investigating the Trust. It should be done independently and outside the purview of that organisation. I don't think the numbers are sufficiently robust, but I do think that they do confirm the concerns that a lot of people have about how the NHS deals with complaints.
Aston Villa take on the leaders Chelsea at Villa Park this afternoon, attempting to score for the first time in more than 10 hours of Premier League football. Villa are likely to welcome back captain Ron Vlaar after he recovered from the knee injury suffered on New Year's Day. Manager Paul Lambert claims the response in training has been good to last weekend's 5-0 hammering at Arsenal.
We come into work the next day, and I try not to make the place too downbeat or too negative, because you've got to go to the next game. So, and the lads have been training well, and we'll go again and try and win a game against a really, really top side.
The Birmingham City manager Gary Rowett says Fulham have some very good players that belies their league position just below midway in the Championship. The two teams meet at Craven Cottage this afternoon. We'll have commentary right here on BBC WM 95.6 from 3 o'clock. Bakary Saka returns to the Wolves squad for their home game against Reading. He's missed their last 4 league games while playing for Mali at the African Nations Cup. Thomas Kuszak will make his Wolves debut in goal in place of the injured Carl Ikimi. Also visit Doncaster Rovers and their former captain Andy Butler, seeking to stretch their unbeaten run of matches away from home in League One to 7. And the weather, cloudy with some bright or sunny spells. The top temperature today, 8 Celsius, 46 Fahrenheit. Clear tonight with frost in places and temperatures falling to -2 Celsius, 28 Fahrenheit. BBC WM 95.6 News. There's more online at bbc.co.uk/WM.
The Voice. The Voice.
The voice.
The voice of Birmingham and the Black Country.
You should take in other religions and treat them as you would want to be treated yourself.
We are even more intelligent. They treated me with the utmost
We lost about
respect.
15.
Iain Lee, Saturdays
9 till 12.
BBC WM 95.6.
Morning! Iain Lee, BBC WM 95.6. The last 56 minutes of the show, and then Daz Hale, I mean... You know Daz is a bit of a, what can I say on the radio? I can say plum. You know he's a plum when we do the talk up and the handover to his show. He's like that in real life. I had and I like Daz. I mean, I liked Daz. And he was here before the show this morning, and he isn't always here. So I went and had a little chat with him, and we kind of, we bitched about life. And I said, right, well, I'm going to go and get ready for the show. And he went, Iain, before you go, I've got to say, I've been having great trouble with this bird of prey I've bought. I thought, oh, you're not. No, you're not. And he did a whole gag just for me. Just for me. The gag. Hang on a second.
Have your say.
Across the West Midlands, call
03453
00
9956.
BBC WM 95.6.
So when you're on the radio and it's banter, I can kind of put up with that because you just think, oh, all right, well, whatever. But we were having a really good chat, talking about this place and about work and about families and all that kind of stuff. And he's a really nice bloke. And then as I turned to leave it, Ian, before you go, I've got a real problem. I was like, oh, flipping it. I don't know if we're ready for this in our friendship. He said, yeah, I've got this bird of prey. And as soon as he said that, I went, oh, you...
He sucks you in every time. I love it.
He said, I've got this bird of prey, right? And he said, the only thing is, in the daytime, I'm embarrassed I'm saying it because it's not even a joke. It's just words. I'm going to say some words. In the daytime, it just stands still. It doesn't move. But at nighttime... It's so bad. At night time, it just flies all over. Can't stop it. It's a real case of orchestral manoeuvres in the dark.
Bum, bum.
And he stood 2 foot away from me. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to... I just went, oh, Daz, F off. I did. I mean, am I supposed to laugh at him? Am I supposed to punch him? Am I supposed to feel sorry for him? Am I supposed to give him money? What am I supposed to do? What would you do in that situation, Lydia?
Hello?
Hello, Lydia?
Yes?
What would you do in that situation?
Oh, God. I'm not sure because I'm calling from...
Lydia, sorry, can I ask, are you in the same country as your telephone?
No, I am living in...
Yeah. Is there any... I'm guessing you're on speakerphone. I know you've got something really good to say. Is there any chance you could pick up the phone?
Sorry, I've got it sorted.
That's excellent stuff indeed. What have you called for, Lydia?
Regarding the Swahili language.
Oh, yeah. Is Swahili still an ongoing concern?
It's not a concern at all. It is a national language in where I've come from, which is Kenya.
Okay. So, is it only in Kenya they speak it?
No, it is spoken in most of the East African countries.
So would they...
Especially Tanzania. It is one of their main languages.
I know very little about Africa, and I'm not one of those people that thinks Africa's a really big country. I know that that's a continent, but so would they speak Swahili in Zimbabwe?
No, they won't speak Swahili in Zimbabwe, no.
What would they speak in Zimbabwe?
Oh, I'm not sure, but they have a language like Shona and...
My Sharona?
Shona is one of the languages.
And do you know who Vanden Murphy is?
No, I don't know.
Oh, that's disappointing. Hey, Lydia, why did you come from Kenya to Walsall? It's quite a trip.
It is indeed, yeah. I've been here for some time, but I came for studies and I found the love of my life.
Oh, hello, cheeky. So, now, because is he a British fella or is he a Kenyan fella? Because quite often you hear of people that have come from one country to another, but they fall in love with someone from their original country who's also over here.
It's actually a British person.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you've decided to stay here. Do you not miss Kenya?
Yeah. Do I miss Kenya? I do visit Kenya quite.
But do you miss it? Would you not? Because let's be honest, Walsall, it's nice, but Kenya's a little bit warmer, isn't it?
Home is best, yeah.
You must be at this time of year when it's flipping freezing. You must think, oh, I wish I was back in Kenya.
Yeah, actually, that's what I say every single morning. I wish I was back home with the sunshine and the fresh air.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Lydia, I'm going to let you go because it's not a great line, which is a shame because I could have spoken to you all morning. It's weird that I've often thought about, and my sister's, I don't know if people know it, so I won't say that. I don't know if. Have we? Well, yeah, but I don't know if our kids know. Yeah, I don't know if our kids know yet. Have you had that conversation with the kids yet, Joe? But the thought of because I nearly emigrated to Japan, and nearly went there for a year, and then there was tricky because we had the cat, and I felt I didn't want to give the cat away, and my mum was ill, and all of this stuff, and then we had a baby, and I knocked that one on the head. But the thought of I don't think I could emigrate. I don't think I could. I could go and live somewhere for 3 months, 6 months. I could do that with great pleasure. But that, I bitch about Britain and I moan about it and I hate it. But I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. Could you live anywhere else, Simon?
Not at the moment, no.
Oh, that's a shame. What you got for us, Simon?
Well, that group Toto, the name comes from, they named it after the Greek word total. Well, in total, because they play many different styles of music. And thanks for telling me about that anyway, because I'm a fan of the band and I didn't know they were touring.
Yeah, there's a poster of them and they're touring.
Yeah.
It's fun. Are you excited, Simon? You sound excited.
Well, I've never seen them before, but since I discovered them about 10 years ago,
Yeah.
I would plan to see them whenever I can.
Are you going to wave your hands in the air like you just don't care?
No, I'm not exactly that sort of person, mate. I just enjoy the music.
Okay, you're going to sit there and get the vibes. Simon, what's your favourite Toto song?
Probably Rosanna.
Could you... I don't know that one. Could you sing a bit? Go on, give us a snatch. Go on.
Well, the words go, take me all the way. Rosanna. Rosanna.
It's very catchy, isn't it?
Well, it was I think it was probably a top 20 hit over here.
What's the tune like?
It goes... It's kind of a jazzy...
yeah.
A little bit jazzy, a little bit rocky.
Jazzy rocky. Simon, listen, before we let you go, we're playing who can do the highest and who can do the lowest noise. Let's hear your highest noise, please, Simon.
I'm not a fool like you. I don't want to make a fool of myself.
No.
Everybody's like you, mate.
No. So just try and do the highest noise that you can do.
I don't want to appear stupid like you want people to be.
Well, I'll do mine, okay? So this is mine. And then you see if you can beat this. And don't be scared. If you can't beat me, not everyone can. Here's mine. Your turn.
No, I don't think I want to do that.
Do you not think you could beat that?
I don't think I want to do that.
Okay, well, if you can't beat that one, try and do a low one, because you've got quite a low voice. Try and do a nice low one.
What actual kind of noise?
Yeah. A low...
No, what type of noise?
Like this. Okay, I'll do mine. Here we go. See if you can beat that. Go on, Si. Fair play, you won.
Does she walk? Does she talk? Does she come complete? My homeroom angel always pulled me from my seat. She was pure like snowflakes, no one could ever stain. The memory of my angel could never cause me pain. Years go by, I'm looking through a girl's magazine, and there's my homeroom angel on the pages in between. My blood runs cold, my memory has just been sold. My angel is the centerfold. Angel is the centerfold. My blood runs cold, my memory has just been sold. Angel is the centerfold. Slip me notes under the desk while I was thinking about her dress. I was shy, turned away before she caught my eye. I was shaking in my shoes whenever she flashed those baby blues. Something had a hold on me when Angel passed close by. Those soft, fuzzy sweaters, too magical to touch. To see her in that negligee is really just too much. My blood runs cold. Yeah, my memory has just been sold. My angel is the centerfold. Angel is the centerfold. My blood runs cold. My memory has just been sold. Oh yeah. Angel is the centerfold. It's okay, I understand. This ain't no never, never land. Hope that when this issue's gone, I'll see you when your clothes are on. Take your car, yes we will. We'll take your car and drive it. We'll take it to a motel room and take them all private. A part of me has just been ripped. The pages from my mind are stripped. Oh no, I can't deny it. Oh yeah, I guess I gotta buy it. My blood runs cold. My memory has just been sold. My angel is the centerfold. Angel is the centerfold. My blood runs cold. My memory has just been sold. My angel is the centerfold.
Oh, I keep throwing these things out and forgetting. The worst film ever. The worst actor and the worst actress. Oh, and a fella with a womb. Susan suggests John Wayne, not as the fella with a womb, but as the worst. He was rubbish. It was always John Wayne in those John Wayne films. Can I put forward Benedict Cumberbatch as the worst actor? Am I allowed to do that, or is that blasphemy these days? 03453 009956. Let's get the travel news. Here's Liz.
Thank you very much, Ian. There's still delays as you make your way around Burton this morning. It's because of the closure as the A38 southbound between the exits, the A5121, Clay Mills and the Branson interchange. Southbound remains shut while barrier repairs are carried out, damaged in an accident in the early hours of this morning. A diversion takes you through Burton using the Black Hollow Circle symbol, and that's making routes through the town very congested, much more so than usual. Several road closures around Dudley. Castle Hill is shut both ways because of the EDL League March and counter-group demonstrations going on today. Shut between the A461 Castlegate Island and Ednam Road. There's several other road closures through the town as well because of this, including King Street, Flood Street and the Broadway, likely to be closed until 8 o'clock this evening. Into Birmingham is very slow around the King's Heath area, the A435, near to Addison Road, near to the supermarket. Now, your match day travel sees Blues fans heading to Fulham for this afternoon's game. The M40, however, London bound, there's still restrictions in place because of a lorry which caught fire earlier. The carriageway was shut completely southbound, London bound, between 4 and 3. They've managed to reopen one lane, so you can at least get through and squeeze by. However, lengthy queues and delays because of this. So if you are heading by road for the Blues game this afternoon, allow plenty of time. If you can update us, 0330 123 3550.
Every time there's a bit of snow, everything comes to a standstill.
First train was cancelled or delayed, very busy.
Night and day with spreaders of salt.
Make BBC WM 95.6 your shortcut to fast and accurate information for snow forecasts, travel updates and school closures.
Lows of -1 Celsius, 30 degrees Fahrenheit.
Ice, snow, wind and rain. It's all coming in our direction.
Get the 5-day forecast online at bbc.co.uk/WM.
Oh, man. Suddenly it's 17 minutes past 11. Don't forget, from next week, the show starts at 10 till 12. And before that, 9 till 10, you've got an hour of Molly and Phil McCann doing the gardening. It's weird, isn't it? I don't like... I hate gardening. Are you a gardener, Joe? Do you do it?
I always have really good intentions in the spring, and I plant up a few pots and plant some veg, and then I forget to water them.
I hate
I can't
it.
be bothered.
My boy loves it, and he does it with his mum, and it's great. I hate it with a passion. I hate getting dirt under my fingernails.
I know what you mean. Even when you...
But I really enjoy, as I say, listening to Gardener's Question Time on Radio 4, and Molly and Phil, even though I've got literally no idea what they're talking about, and I will never follow any of their suggestions.
There's a calming sort of...
Comforting. It's comforting.
Yeah, it is comforting.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's like having a cuddle from your mum.
It is.
Isn't it? 03453 009956. Blacking up, bald people, worst actors, worst actresses, worst films, and bizarrely, the thing you've all gone nuts for is Toto. Damien.
I'll just give you a quick call because I might lose reception in a minute. But basically, Toto had 3 massive hits. If you Googled them, you'd know them. One was called Africa.
Yep.
The other one was called Rosanna, and probably the biggest one was Hold the Line. But I just said to your researcher, they're more famous individually for musicians. The band have played on literally hundreds and hundreds of hits.
Wasn't some of them, didn't they come from Yes?
No.
Oh.
Well, I'm not aware. I know the keyboard player and drummer, and the guitarist. I mean, they have literally played on hundreds of number one records from Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, Bruce Springsteen, Prince. They are genius. They're more like a supergroup, but they have had 3 hits. And if you Google them, you would definitely know them, especially Africa.
We played Africa earlier, and Simon very kindly sang Rosanna to us, and that rings a bell. I don't know the third one you mentioned.
It's Hold the Line, it's called. It's a great rock tune. I swear to you, if you play it later, everybody will know it. It's really, really famous, so give it a blast and see what you listen to.
We'll see if we can find it, Damien. Thank you. Doreen, do you know Hold the Line?
Beg your pardon?
Oh, blimey. Do you know Hold the Line by Toto?
No, I don't.
Oh, well, I don't. Let me finish it. Do you know Hold the Line by Toto?
No, I don't.
All right, no need for the attitude. It sounds like this.
You've asked me 3 times. I've told you 3 times.
Hang on. Oh, yeah, this is a great song. Doreen, you're going to have to wait. I'm sorry. This is Toto. I didn't know. I never knew. Welcome to the Toto special on BBC WM 95.6. Come on. Well, we're very lucky that on this Toto special we're joined from Erdington, Joseph Williams from Toto. Good morning, Joseph. See you, Doreen. Doreen?
Yes.
Yeah. Good morning, Joseph. See you, Doreen.
Yes.
Yeah, pretending that you're from Toto, Doreen.
I don't like it.
What?
I don't like it.
What?
Didn't like it.
What?
I didn't like it.
What?
I didn't like it.
What?
Only my friends call me what?
You didn't like it?
No.
What?
Too tinny.
Tinny? You can listen to it down the telephone, you plum.
Pardon?
What?
Too repetitional. They say the words over and over again. I like a song.
I know what repetitional means. So what kind of songs do you like then?
Something you can sing along to.
You could sing along to that?
No, you couldn't.
What do you mean?
I don't think so.
You could. Well, okay.
No.
Give us a song.
I can't just bring the song to mind.
No. That would be too tricky.
It'd test my brain too much.
Yeah, Doreen, don't you?
Let's get the film I didn't like
Yes.
was The French Lieutenant's Woman.
I've never
Just
seen
couldn't
it.
get my head round it.
That's from the olden days, isn't it?
That I didn't like.
Who's in that? Omar Sharif?
I can't remember.
Omar
I didn't
Sharif.
like it. It kept going from the present day
Yes.
to the past.
Oh.
If they'd have done it in two halves, I think it'd have been better. But
Well, you would have hated Benjamin Button then.
probably would. I haven't seen that. I don't go to the films so much as I used to.
Well, yeah, I know, but I think they show. Haven't they started showing films on telly now?
Yes, they do.
They do, don't they? Yeah. So you can
Some
watch
of them
one.
are all
you-
right. Some of them are not.
Well, that's the
I
thing.
like.
Hello.
I'd like a drama, thriller drama. I like
A thriller drama.
You know.
So a film about Michael Jackson.
I don't know. I don't think I've seen one about him.
Okay.
Anyway, you
Thanks-
know
thanks for calling.
said about the black. If you're blacked up, is it racist?
Yes.
Well, if a black person went to a fancy dress as a ghost or a clown and whiten the face, would that be racist?
Well, what? I don't know why you.
I can't see it.
Hello?
I can't. The Black and White Minstrel Show was a really cracking.
No, I tell you. Let me tell you the truth about the Black and White Minstrel Show. It was rubbish. Whether it was racist or not, I don't know. It was enough rubbish.
It might have been rubbish to you.
Oh, it was rubbish. It was
I'm older than you,
awful.
and in our day, it was a really good entertainment.
No, it wasn't. It was all you had. It was awful. It was so boring.
I liked it. I like the songs. I've got a record, the Black and White Minstrels. You can sing along to them.
But why did they have to black? I never understood the Black and White Minstrels. I know it was an old.
Well, because they used to do it on the boats, hadn't they? Up the Mississippi.
Yeah, but
if you see Carousel and them
Yeah.
sort of films, you see them do
But
that.
you know where the history of the black minstrels come, the blackface minstrels come from, don't
Not
you?
really.
Okay. Well, they didn't want to employ black people to entertain them. They didn't want to be. Who'd want to watch black people singing and dancing for them? I know what's
Like
better. Yeah, Doreen, hang on. I know what I'd like. I'd rather see a white person blacked up entertaining for me. That's where that comes from.
I thought it was to do with, taking the thing off from where they used to do it up the river.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's where it came from. They didn't want to pay black people to entertain them. Ugh! They wanted white people blacked up, pretending to be black people.
But in any case, if it depends how it's like everything else. It depends how it's taken. If you went to a fancy dress, like as a miner, for instance, and blacked your face.
Well,
you know,
but that's different. But you're still being a white person who's a minor.
Yeah, but if you went as a miner with a miner out, you put.
Yeah, but you'd be a miner.
Put
You
some
would.
black on your face.
Yeah, but you'd be a miner.
That's how miners come out the pit.
Doreen, you phone the station all the time. I suggest you clear your logos out. But you're going as a white person if you're a miner, aren't you?
Yes.
You're not going as a black person. No.
You wouldn't say it was racist, would you?
Well, no, because you're going as a white person.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know if you was blacked up, would you?
Yeah, but you would know. I would guess that the.
Yeah, would guess.
Yeah, I would guess that the miner's helmet and the other equipment would give it away. Anyway, Doreen, listen.
Yes, dear.
You phone up the station all the time. So.
Well, what about it? Somebody's got to ring.
Yeah, no. Why
are you playing this rotten music?
Why the defence? Doreen, why the defence? I'm just pointing it out as a fact.
Yeah, well, I'm not the only one that rings up.
No, I'm not having a go, Doreen. I'm pointing it out as a fact. Why are you so defensive? Now, what I'm saying is, because you call up so many times, you've won a free entry into our competition.
What's that?
What's the highest noise you can make?
God knows, I don't know.
We'll have a go. And again?
Oh, no, I can't do it.
Do it again. Do it again. See if you can go higher this time. Now see if you can go higher, because that was the same note.
No, I'm not doing it again.
It was good, but
I should burst my lungs.
The chance would be a fine thing. It was good.
Cheeky bugger.
Yeah, it was good, but I think you can do it even higher.
I might be able to with a bit of practice.
Go on then. Well,
I'm no youngster now, you know.
I know you're very old. You've had 2 practices, so this is it. This is the one.
That's for 3 school years and 10.
This is the one that counts now, Doreen. Away you go.
No. You do yours now.
All right. If I do mine, will you do yours?
I think you're a cross-dresser when I hear you.
Oh, for goodness sakes! Okay, I'll do mine. If I beat you, will you have another go?
I can't tell whether you beat me because I can't hear myself.
Well, right, right, here we go. I beat you
sure
easily.
There's nothing wrong down there?
I'm squeezing. Now, Doreen, you have another go.
You haven't had something removed.
No, I've had something added. Now, you have a go.
I don't want to.
Do it!
I've lost me.
Okay.
I've lost me note now.
You sound like a singer from the 1920s. Dead. Now, okay, Doreen, you now do the lowest note you can do. It sounds like you're doing a long, slow blow-off.
Yeah,
That's what it sounds like. Doreen, you're a good sport. Thank you very much indeed. 03453 009956 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. So there's the weirdest story on The Sun, OK? It's a very sensitive medical story. Horrific situation for this person to be in. So why did I find myself sniggering as I read it? And I did, I'm being honest, OK? I found myself sniggering at what is actually an horrific situation. Listen to this. A businessman, fearing he had cancer, went to the doctors for a scan and was stunned to be told he had a womb. Front page of The Sun, Wonder Womb Man. Come on, that is genius. Wonder Womb Man. Specialist discovered that the unnamed 37-year-old, whom The Sun is calling Rob, has a full set of working female reproductive organs. They believe he's been having periods since his teens, has suffered PMT and could even carry a baby. Rob, disguised, left, said, "The diagnosis was a bombshell. I've always seen myself as an ordinary bloke." Full story, pages 4 and 5. And then there's a picture of his insides and his outsides. Not his, like an artist's representation. Okay. And he's got the outside bits of a fella, and it all works, and he's a heterosexual gentleman, and he's made love to many ladies. And inside, he's got the woman's bits, and he could have a baby. Now, here's the question. Could he father his own baby? And I mean that, and I know it sounds, I'm not taking the mick at all. It's a genuine question, okay? He produces sperm, he's got it's weak sperm, but he produces it, and he's got the bits inside to make a baby, the womanly bits inside to make a baby. Could he father his own baby inside his own tummy? Is that possible? I have to admit, my sex education. There's been a lot of talk in the papers this week about sex education for kids. My sex education was pretty poor. I seem to remember my mum giving me a green book when I was about 16. Thanks, Mum. And I remember we had a term of sex education, and the boys went into one group and the girls went into the other group, and we'd finished. The boys had finished by week 2. Don't remember anything we were taught. The boys had finished by week 2, so we would bring in Monty Python videos to watch. But could this fella, with his doodah and his whatsits, could he father his own child? I'm not suggesting he does, but and also, he's going to probably have all the female bits removed. I think that seems to be the implication of the story, that he wants to carry on living as a man. He wants to carry on living as a man and have all the womanly parts removed. I'm going to ask the question. Okay, if you're a bloke and you had the opportunity to have a baby, would you do it? And the answer has to be a resounding yes, doesn't it? If there was a chance that you as a fella could have a baby inside your tummy growing and stuff, you would have to, wouldn't you? I mean, the technicalities of where it would pass out, I don't even want to think about that. I'm assuming you'd have a C-section. You'd have a C-section, wouldn't you? But if you're a bloke, you must have wondered what it's like. And I was envious of my wife, when she was pregnant, really pregnant, and when you could see the foot or the elbow sticking out. I remember once, this is one of the greatest moments in my life, kind of leaning on my wife when she was pregnant, and my boy, my first son, from inside the tummy, kicking me. Oh, it was brilliant! As a bloke, you must have wondered, haven't you? Just as you've wondered what breast milk tastes like. And we've all tried that, haven't we, guys? Haven't we? 03453 009956. If you're a bloke and you had the chance to have a baby, would you do it? There can't be anyone listening who would say no to that wonderful option. Also doing rubbish films as well, please. Last 20 minutes of the show. Don't forget next week, here Friday 2 till 4 and here Saturday 10 till 12. 10 till 12. It's an hour shorter, which means we'll cram in just the same amount of not very much. 20 minutes of the show if you want to give us a call. 03453 009956. The worst film of all time. I'm going to put my money on... well, The Wizard of Oz. We're talking about Toto. The Wizard of Oz is pretty rubbish, isn't it? It's just a really horrible dark, nasty film without really any joy. It's thoroughly unpleasant. Is there anything worse than that? I never got it. It may be. I may have that view because we were forced to watch it as school kids. Our headmaster, every Christmas, he'd say, right, well, we're going to watch a film. Hey, fantastic. And that the big telly would get wheeled in with the VHS video recorder strapped to it. It was in a box. It was kind of like in this metal box that was locked to the telly so no one nicked it. And we think, hey, great, we're going to watch it. Every year, The Wizard of Flippin' Oz. Oh, it's tedious. Oh, no. Such a boring film. All right, yeah, we get the idea. The red shoes. Oh, yeah. He's not a real wizard. He's all right. Okay. All right. It's just a bloke behind. Okay. The line. All right. Yeah. Rubbish. Utter guff. 03453 009956 is the telephone number. Is there a film that's worse than that? We're going to use that as the bedrock for the film that's a stinker. Worst actor? We've had John Wayne so far, suggested by Susan. I kind of like... I mean, he was a terrible actor, but what I like about John Wayne is this, one of the reasons I like Laurel and Hardy is that they were the same in every film that they did. Whether it was in Roman times, whether it was in the war, whether they were a cowboy, they were always the same people, weren't they? Laurel and Hardy, it was always Laurel and Hardy. They'd always be wearing bowler hats. And John Wayne, he was always John Wayne. He never even bothered, did he, to try and do anything a bit different. What's the thing? He's Genghis Khan in a film, so they do the eyes. They give him the eyes. But he's still talking like that. No, that's Jimmy Stewart. Anyway. 03453 009956. Worst actress? I don't know. Worst actress, Joe? Any ideas?
Ooh.
Jennifer Aniston's a bit
I'm not a big
rubbish.
Keira Knightley fan, to be fair.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I find her really dull.
I tell you who I like. Who's the lady who's married Lord Rock and Roll? You know what I mean? The blonde girl, frizzy hair.
Yeah, I do know who you mean.
03453 009956. Someone, quick. Oh, that's going to do my head in. Anyway, I like her.
What's she been in?
I couldn't name... I remember seeing her in a film where she did an American accent. She was in a film with Ben Stiller where she did an American accent. Does that narrow it down, guys?
I'm gonna check.
Anyone?
I can't remember.
I like her. I can see her. She's got nice eyes and frizzy hair. Kathy Dennis, no. Meg Mortimer, no. Flippin' heck. Hey, there's a phone call, have it. Put them straight through. They'll know who it is. This is doing this radio show is better than Google. Better than Google, because I don't even need to type anything. You guys know. Nat in Sedgley, we're going to whisk you through. We have an emergency line that we can whisk you through. Morning, Nat.
Hello.
Who is it?
It's Nat from Dudley, but I'm driving through Sedgley to get the car
Nat or Matt?
Nat with an N.
Okay, well, who... No, I know who you are. Who's the actress that we're thinking of?
Oh, I didn't think I was going to tell you a dreadful film.
We can do that. Okay, it's a blonde woman. She's British, but she often does an American accent. She's got frizzy hair, nice eyes, and she's married to Lord Rock and Roll.
Oh.
And that's actually his name. Oh, what is her name?
I don't know, but if his name's Lord Rock and Roll, she's got to be an idiot.
The thing is, I don't think she is. I think she's quite... I think she smokes, and I think she might have a kid. I'm really narrowing this down, aren't I? 03453 009956. What's the film you wanted to say, Nat?
Hotel for Dogs.
This sounds almost as good as Baby Commandos. What happens in the Hotel for Dogs, Nat?
Oh, it's just a load of Hollywood rubbish where what's his name out of Juno is in this hotel and it's for dogs and people bring their dogs along. It's absolutely dreadful. Do you remember the advert on the bus? And it was like a load of hotel windows and then there was a dog in every window and they looked like they're having a lovely time.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And that was pretty much it. And I can't believe that they spend money on making films like that, to be honest.
Here's the thing. You do watch films, and some of them are absolutely awful. And you just think, At what point did anybody think this was going to be a good idea?
Yeah, who signed the cheque?
Now, listen, thank you very much indeed. 03453 009956. Here's a way to tell if a film is going to be a stinker or not. This holds true. If you see a film advertised on a phone box, you know, sometimes they get the whole, where you still get phone boxes, they take over the whole phone box to advertise a film. If they do that, it's going to be a stinker. Let's get the travel news. Here's Liz.
Thanks, Ian. The A38 going south is still shut. Heavy traffic on the approach. It's while barrier repairs are carried out. Damage in an accident early this morning. Shut between the Clay Mills Junction and the Branston interchange. The turnings to the A5121. The diversion takes you through Burton, following the Black Hollow Circle symbol. That's causing a lot of congestion on the diversion route through Burton, through the centre of town. Much heavier going than usual. Now, the other main problem this morning is around Dudley. Several roads closed, including the main A459, Castle Hill, shut between the bypass, the A461 and Ednam Road. It's all because the EDL march and a counter-group demonstration going on as well. So you'll find dozens of roads are shut, including the High Street in Hedge, Priory Road as well, and they're likely to be closed until 8 o'clock this evening. Traffic is very congested on the surrounding routes, so it's probably best to avoid Dudley for the moment. If you're going further afield, Blues fans are playing Fulham this afternoon in the game. And the M40 has quite a few problems. This is because of an accident where, a lorry caught fire, closed the carriageway initially. The London-bound M40 between junction 4 and 3. That's High Wycombe to the Loudwater turn. Now, they managed to reopen one of the lanes, so you can squeeze by, but there's lengthy queues on the approach. There's about a mile's worth of queues. So you are going to face delays on the M40 this morning. If you're going to the Blues game at Fulham, if you can update us, 0330 123 3550.
Able-bodied now? Is that why?
No. We have to charge you the same price.
Really?
On this week's Inside Out, we go undercover to expose the black cab drivers illegally bumping up fares for wheelchair users in Stoke.
Sorry,
normal people, they just get in and go out. You have to belt up, take so much time.
Why are you charging me £7?
That's Inside Out, Monday, 7:30 on BBC One.
Iain Lee
on BBC WM
95.6. The voice of Birmingham and the Black Country.
Iain is in sight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to Tony. Good afternoon, Tony. Good morning. Good morning, Herr Tony.
Good morning. Right.
What you got for us, boss?
This actress you're talking about.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be Nicole Kidman by any chance, would it?
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. Oh. Nicole Kidman, let's be honest, guys, the most beautiful woman in the world, particularly in... I want to marry Nicole Kidman from Paddington. Have you seen Paddington yet?
No.
Oh, mate, go and watch. Have you got kids?
I've got an 11-year-old daughter, yes.
Beautiful. Take her to go and see Paddington and fall in love with Nicole Kidman in it.
I shall give it a try on your recommendation.
Thank you very much indeed. Hey, speaking of women whose husbands don't deserve them, have you seen Sandra Bullock's husband? He is, I don't want to knock the fella, but he is completely batting above his average, isn't he? I think. Have you seen Sandra Bullock's husband, Chris?
No, I haven't, but I've got that name that you're thinking of.
Go on then, fella.
Kate Winslet.
Kate Winslet, that's it.
I've also got another few things for you.
Go on.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
He saved the going bald by shaving off. But also, he was part of one of the worst films I've ever seen.
Go on.
Hudson Hawk.
Now,
it doesn't even date with age. It's just... You can't even go back and say it's so bad it's good. I'm sorry.
I'm sure I watched Hudson Hawk and thought it was quite good.
Oh, really, Iain?
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, really. Is that the one where he flies in like a wooden helicopter?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite good, that.
Oh, no. I mean, I think it also... Richard E. Grant's career was destroyed after that as well, because he always gets the... kind of like camp roles.
Richard E. Grant, let's be honest, he's only ever done one good film, and that was With Nail and I.
Yeah,
he then did the awful...
Everybody thought he was going to be great.
Yeah, and then he did the awful How to Get Ahead in Advertising.
Oh, crikey, yes, forgot that
was
one.
a stinker. And then he's never lived up to with Nail and I, unfortunately.
Iain, I understand if you're going record hunting.
Yeah, we're going to the Custard Factory today. There's a record fair.
Don't look for ex-members of Yes on Toto albums. I think you're thinking of Asia.
Lady Chris, thank you, sir. You're absolutely right.
Heat of the moment.
Yep.
That's the tune you're thinking of.
Chris, thank you very much indeed. I'm thinking of Asia. I'm always thinking of Asia. Diane's on the line. Good morning, Diane.
Good morning.
I feel, do you know what I feel we're doing? With the end of this show, we're tying up a few loose ends, which we don't normally do.
Yes.
Yes. OK, well, that killed that excitement. So, Diane, what have you got for us?
The worst film is Marley and Me.
Oh, now that's about any film where the star is a dog. I'm always slightly dubious of.
It's just too many programs about a dog. If you're going to have a storyline with a dog, have a storyline, but this is just so boring.
And am I right in thinking, Diane, and I don't want to... spoiler alert, guys, Marley dies, doesn't he?
Yeah. I don't know, because I got up and went and did washing up.
I can hear... I heard a ghost voice in the background saying yes. Who was that?
Yeah, that's my daughter.
I totally disagree about this, just saying.
Go on.
I think it's a good film because I've heard so many reports about dogs killing people or scaring children and stuff.
What?
So obviously you want to see a film about a dog who's being nice and actually showing what dogs meant to do.
Well, Diane, what's your name, Diane's daughter?
Jade.
Jade, well, Jade, this is the problem, you see. So we all go and see things like Marley and Me and K9, and we think, oh, dogs are wicked. Yeah, let's get some dogs. And then they go around mauling people. It's dog propaganda, and I'm not falling for it, Jade. I'm not going to fall for it. Do you and your mum, do you often disagree on films?
Yeah, a lot.
Who is... OK, right, Jade, who is your favourite actor at the moment?
Anyone who's fit and good looking.
Says my 14-year-old daughter.
Yeah, says a 14-year-old daughter. We won't pursue that line of conversation. Is it? Are you proud at how you're bringing her up, Diane?
I am, yeah. I mean, she's got a level-headed. She doesn't stand no nonsense.
She doesn't. Well, she stands nonsense films. I'm on your side on this.
Brilliant.
Ground her for a week and confiscate the telly.
Definitely will. I have one other thing. World actress Cher.
Oh, no. Do you know what? I've got a soft spot for Cher because I really like Mask.
I love her singing. I don't like her acting.
Diane, thank you very much. Jade, thank you very much indeed. 03453 00 9956 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Should we do this now? Lovely, thank you very much indeed. Now, traders in Dudley, as you know, are closing up this lunchtime in case there's any trouble during an EDL demonstration. The English Defence League are protesting against plans for a new mosque in the town, and there's also a counter-demonstration. Well, 5 years ago, there was violent disorder after an EDL protest in Dudley, and today shops are being boarded up in the city centre in case there's a repeat of the trouble. Roads in the town centre are already closed. Well, our reporter, James Boville, is in Dudley for BBC WM and has been speaking to shopkeepers and EDL members.
So I'm stood outside the Rock Zombie bar here on King Street in Dudley Town Centre this morning, and there are some EDL members milling around outside and no doubt many more inside as well, preparing for this protest later on this afternoon. Many of the shops opposite and along this street are either boarded up with wooden hoardings or closed down completely with their shutters down. There are lots of police around as well, of course, and I've just had a little walk around in the town centre, and many of the other shops in the town centre here are doing exactly the same thing. Others are opening for business, and there are some people here doing their shopping this morning, but I have been told it's much more quiet than it would normally be on a Saturday morning. And I've just spoken to one shop owner who is open now, but is closing down a bit later on.
Maria Jones, Dudley, Teddy Gray's.
So you're open now, you're closing later, why?
We're closing in case this protest kicks off. You know, we normally open till 6, but one girl leaves at 3, and then there's only one on 3 till 6, and I will prepare to stop on my own in case it does kick off.
Are you worried that it might?
Yes, we think it will.
Were you here 5 years ago when the EDL last demonstrated?
I wasn't, no. I wasn't up Dudley at the time, so I knew they was up protesting, but we wasn't up here.
And how does it compare in the town centre today to what it would normally be like on a Saturday morning at this time?
This time, normally on a Saturday, it can be busy, but it's like a ghost town, really. Up here today, there's not many about at the moment.
Why did you decide to open early and then close down later? Because a lot of shops have, decided to close completely.
We wanted to shut for the whole day, but managers wanted the shop open. But they said we could leave earlier.
I've also just spoken to one man from London who's come up for the EDL protest today, and he told me why he's here.
We're doing what the government should be doing, sticking up for the general public. How they're so underfunded, all these terrorists are getting away with everything they want to get away with, and I think it's wrong.
So what specifically are you protesting against today? Because some people say it's the proposed new mosque here, others say it's the general...
I think it's the extremists in general, because the government do not do anything about them. I mean, they're allowed to do what they want, they're allowed to shout anything they want on the streets, and I think it's wrong.
Do you think it's fair that the whole of Dudley Town Centre has had to close down today for you to say that?
Yeah, I do. I think all of the country should close down for the day.
Well, our reporter Steve Herman is with the counter-demonstration and joins us now. Steve, whereabouts are you and what's happening?
Yeah, thanks, Ian. I am at the bottom of Castle Street by St Edmund's Church. You can see Dudley Castle in the distance, but in the foreground is the what's been billed as the Unite Against Fascism protest. There's plenty of people here. There's unison flags, Socialist Workers' Party flags, and all sorts of other unions. There's a yellow truck in the distance. They're doing a bit of a speech at the moment within the yellow truck, where they've had a band playing, doing some songs. And basically they're here simply because the EDL are here. And you mentioned earlier about all the trouble that happened back in 2010. I remember covering that protest myself here, and the police presence is a lot stronger today. I think they've learned lessons from what happened last time, and the important thing is they've split them up. I mean, this protest started at 11 o'clock, the Unite Against Fascism protest. The EDL one isn't due to start until about 2 o'clock, so they've separated them up in the time, but also separated them in location, because about a mile, maybe just less than that, at the Dudley Council House, that's where the EDL are going to be protesting. But there is a speech going on at the moment. In terms of the shops shutting down, yeah, there are quite a few that are boarded up. I can see one behind me with the shutters down. But interestingly, one woman just came up to me and spoke to me. I asked her, I said, "Are you part of this protest here today?" And she went, "No, I'm from Dudley, and I've came here to make a stand." She had a bag of chips in her hand with her husband, and she said, "I've come here to shop and to buy something and to show the EDL that they can't put people off from coming to the town." So that was her own defiant protest, as you will. But like I said, I mean, this here is very peaceful. There's just been a speech done on stage, and which has been greeted by some round of applause, and another woman in an orange jacket is about to do a speech as well. Like I said, there's no sign of any trouble here. The majority of the police presence is back where James was, by the Rock Zombie bar. So far, so good.
Steve, listen, thank you very much indeed there. I appreciate your time. Steve Herman, he's at the counter-demonstration. Of course, any news throughout the day, BBC WM 95.6 is the place to be. We'll bring it to you. I want to squeeze in David. Good morning, David.
Good morning.
You're the last call. You've got 54 seconds, my friend.
Right.
What would you like to say?
Worst films ever, Paranormal Activity 2.
Oh, hang on a minute. The first one was a bit of a stinker, wasn't it? What was scary about a door moving ever so slightly? Awful film. Don't cry.
And the worst actress, Barbara Streisand.
Oh, whoa. You can't come... David, you can't come in on the last minute of the show and throw out something as controversial as that.
It's something for next week.
It is something for next week. And the worst actor, David. Give us a bad actor.
Oh, too many to mention. I think Hugh Grant's not as good as they say he is.
He's very one-dimensional, isn't he? You know you're going to get the stammering, posh English fella.
Yeah.
David, thank you very much. On that bombshell, we say thank you very much and good night. Ah, dear. Right, don't forget, next week, Friday 2 till 4. Saturdays 10 till 12. Oh, Joe. Thanks for all your help, Joe. Thank you, Bernie. Heavy hearts and all, but let's crack on, shall we? Because coming up next, why, it's only the station's biggest plum. It's Daz Hale. Back next Friday at 2. Till then, from me, ta-ta.
voice of Birmingham and the Black Country.
BBC WM 95.6.
Oh, I do like it when Iain Lee gets all fruity. So we'll be back on Friday afternoon, and then next Saturday